All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you can hear me, put a one in the chat. If you can hear me, put a one in the chat. I had my volume turned all the way down. I think it was my daughter that did it. I'll get her later. It's good to be here tonight on Black Men Unfiltered Network. I am, honeymoon happy and peacock proud to be a part of this show tonight. I have some excellent men who are going to drop in tonight and be with us on this great show. You see the title: Should Black Men Protect Random Black Women, or Black Women Worth Protecting? I was on a show on the panel the other day. Shout out to our brother Clarence. And he had a show, and this, you know how seeds plant in your head when you're a creator, and I wanted to have this conversation. He had it, and I wanted to have it in a more deeper conversation with him. So I am so proud to have it with some mature men tonight who can come in and have it. Now, we're not going to do any, we're going to have a great conversation. I just want to have a great conversation. And before we start, I definitely want to get in the chat real quick. I know we got lost in translation in here. I see some people watching right now. Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe button, get in the chat, let us know you here so we can acknowledge you once you come in the door. Also tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I will not be here next week. I want to go ahead and give that disclaimer. You won't see me, but I do have some excellent content creators and hosts who will be hosting shows next week. We will have Talk That Talk Tuesday. We'll have the sports show at 7. On Thursday, we'll have Dr. Nkumbe, and on Friday, we'll have Barbershop Talk as well. Now, I will give you a disclaimer about all the shows on next week. I definitely want you guys to know the name of those shows and what we're going to be talking about to give you guys some insight inside the Black Men Unfiltered Network. But before I do that, we're 2 subscribers away from hitting 3,000 subscribers today. So we need 2 subscribers, just 2. That's 2. I think we need 2. Black David, is it 2 or is it 10? Let me know. But I thought last time I checked it was 2. But we'll have to check and see, but I think so. Is it 10 or 2? We can get those tonight and hit our milestone before I leave the country. And now I do want to say this though, before we get started, is that tonight, if you want to donate something to the anniversary fund for my wife and I, anniversaries on the 21st, September the 21st. If you guys, I will be out of the country with the wifey, and so if you want to give, you want to give something to your boy, and your home girl, you can put it in the Cash App. Listen, go and put it in the Cash App tonight. I will definitely take it so I can buy me some Jamaican seasoning when I am there. All right, so I'm glad to see you guys here. We're about to have a great show. I do always want to acknowledge people who have given to the channel. I always have Clement Gray and others who give to the channel before the show even starts. They always send a Cash App or something to show some love. And you know how it is over here. We like to show our people some love when they show us some love. So tonight I want to take it to church, but I want to add a little Michael Jackson to it. So I'm gonna let this white girl, this very pretty and single, guys, if y'all want to holler at her, just let me know. I'll give you her information. Play this bass. She gonna put a little church to Mike. So let's go ahead and let her play. And after that, you'll have the panel. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and I'm going to bring up the panel tonight. We got in the building. Our Pain is in the building tonight. Let's give it up for him. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. All right. We got Lost in Translation in the building tonight. Come on. Y'all give it up for my boy.
Thank you, sir.
We got JT from What We Know Podcast in the building tonight. Give it up for JT. Yeah, it's going down like 4 flat tires in Arizona after a bank robbery tonight. It's so good to have you guys in the building tonight. I definitely want to say hello to R-Pain. He is feeling better. R-Pain, thank you so much for being here tonight, man. We knew you were under the weather last week, and so I always want to acknowledge the fact that you are here and you're feeling better. So, man, welcome to the show tonight. JT, welcome to the show tonight. And Lost in Translation, we'll start with R-Pain. But I do want to acknowledge Black David. Black David is an amazing person. Even though Black David gives... Sometimes Black David will give us this.
Black David, it's Jesus. Wake up, Black David. Black David!
Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Man, just cruel, man. You're cruel.
He has given us so much fun and so much laughter. I had a clip of him making his chest jump about a year ago on the show, and I definitely got to add that back to my videos. He just came out of nowhere and just came in with a tank top on, making his chest jump, and the women were like, "Ew." You know, so thank you, Black David, man, for everything that you do. We also have another person who is a part of the family already, but who is helping with in the back as well as an engineer with Black David. So we're going to shout out to Black David and Alexis from Texas. Thank you so much. All right, so we'll start with R-Pain. How are you doing, man? How's the wife? I know that you tried something new last week by eating ass, so we want to start there and see how that went. We want to start there because I know, we want to see how it went, how was the experience, and then you get into how everybody's doing. Go ahead, brother.
The backdoor treat is still off limits, man.
Oh,
it's
man.
still off limits, man.
It's
off limits big time, man. I'm with the other sister. That's not what that's for. Anyway, man, you know what, man? These antibiotics that I'm on, man, I right now I don't even know if they're working that well, man. Shoot, I still haven't had a good night's sleep. So I don't know. Next week, man, may have to call back my doctor, man. What's going on, man? Shit.
Are you still not feeling well?
Nah, man, it comes and goes. Like, it just comes and goes. You figure you get some antibiotics, it knocks the stuff right out, man. My nose is like tight as a drum, man. I can't even breathe in the morning. And when you lay down, definitely get stopped up. So I have some. I'm not, I feel better now. I don't want to jinx it, but like tomorrow, man, I don't know. I got one more day left on this antibiotic.
Hey,
so anyway, man, my body usually fights this stuff off a lot better.
But if you do what we told you to do, come here, somebody. Let me talk to you for a minute. If you do what we told you to do, I told
call
you
my wife. Come up here, man. Let me go ahead. Let me take the time.
I told you got to eat the cat and take the tongue out the back. Listen, this is what you got to do. I'm trying to be poetic here. You got to eat the cat and let the tongue drag to the back. And once you get done, all those chemicals and all those things that she stored for you all day long while she was walking in the grocery store and looking at the clothes in the mall, she's going to give you all that nurturing. And guess what's going to happen? You're going to feel so much better. Hey, you see, Lost in Translation ain't never sick. Look at him. He ain't never sick. Look at JT. He ain't never sick. He ain't never sick. So I just want to put that out there. So R-Pain, thank you again. Thank you again for being here tonight.
Let's move on, man. Let's get off this subject.
JT, my brother from another mother, man, who ain't never sick. All right, because he know the trick. JT, what's going on tonight, my brother?
Hey, man, I was sick for a maximum of 2 days.
JT, your microphone. JT, you talking to your camera mic. Your other mic is off.
Oh, damn, I done messed everything up.
No, you good. You good. I just want you to know.
Go to Lost while I do this right
now. All right, Lost in Translation. How are you doing, man? How's everything going in Bama, the place where they brawl at?
Man, let me tell you something, man. It has been a wonderful week, man. Let me tell you, my week started off with a beat down of the New York Giants by my Dallas Cowboys. 40. Oh yes. Oh yes.
You know,
I was loving that. I was loving that.
You know what I think about when I hear the Dallas Cowboys?
What's that?
I'm gonna let Denzel tell you.
Bitch. Why y'all hating on my Cowboys, man? They doing good this year, man.
Are we good, bro?
Yeah. You good. Listen, man, y'all played that JV team from some high school, bro. And y'all,
You know what? Every week it's gonna be somebody JV until we get to the 49ers. If they ain't lost by the time we get to
no, until y'all get to the Lions, baby. Until y'all get to a real football team.
I like the Lions. Lions got Gibbs. He came from Alabama. You know, you're welcome. Because we was gonna get him. But I'm glad y'all picked him up, man. Gibbs gonna serve you well.
Y'all may not make it. Y'all may not make it past them Jets.
Who?
Who you talking about? Who you talking? Who you cussing at?
Them Cowboys. Them Cowboys.
Oh, okay. I thought you was cussing at these damn beasts.
Come on, man. I'm trying to.
Man, we gonna drop 40 on their chest like we did the Giants.
Them Jets got a good defense, man.
Like we don't. Come on, man.
I mean,
y'all wasn't ready for y'all, man.
Defense, y'all do got a good defense.
Yes.
But you know what's going to be y'all Achilles heel? Dak Prescott.
He ain't going to do nothing. Are we going to run the ball, man?
You're right. He ain't going to do nothing.
We're going to play complementary football like the coach said.
Okay. Let
me
ask you
We're going to play defense and we're going to run the ball.
But let me ask you this, my brother. If say, for instance, the defense did not get those turnovers like they did the other night, what would your score have been if the defense played regular?
24-0. Easy. Because the defense got 19 points before we even hit the field. Before the offense even hit the field.
Y'all, right. And look at Dak's numbers. What was he?
Here's the thing.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what the numbers look like because we play complementary football. Okay. So what Dak did was he handed the ball off like he should, grind the clock down so they couldn't score and take the ball away from him.
Okay.
Yeah. That's complementary football.
Now, listen, what I want you to do, I'm going to be back Saturday.
Okay.
Damn, I ain't going to be back I ain't going to be here this Sunday. Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to see if I can I'm going to go somewhere. I don't care if I get Roman charges. Yeah. If the Cowboys lose Sunday, I'm going to find a way to get in touch with you I can have a conversation.
Man, you got to worry about that. I got you.
Okay. Don't you worry.
Our team is built this year.
Okay.
It's built. Think about it. We got Dan Quinn. He done took his team to the Super Bowl.
If y'all
on top of that, we got Mike McCarthy. He done took his team to the Super Bowl. We done got all that other stuff out of all of Jerry's pet cats, like Jason Garrett and that other boy. What his name is? The offensive coordinator.
Oh, y'all cut Zeke like a
man.
Like
we had to get rid of Zeke. Let me tell you, we had to get rid of Zeke because we felt like we owed Zeke, and that was politics. And Zeke he was letting us down. You saw when he played for New England, when he kept dropping the ball. I said, "That's good old Zeke. Glad you're gone, buddy. Appreciate everything you done for us." But you was holding us back, bro. He was holding us back. But outside of that,
all that eating he did for y'all, and y'all
man, he was down there in Cabo eating tacos and Casamigos and all kind of stuff down there, man. Weighing it out. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Zeke went from playing running back to doggone defensive tackle. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Right. He offensive line.
I'm telling you, he's a one tech now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
the fastest one tech up there in New England. You know what I'm saying?
So we got the Detroit Lions in here, the New Orleans Saints, and also the Dallas Cowboys.
That's right.
Yeah. I wonder out of that three, who's gonna have the best record? We'll just talk about that. Cause I'm Lions
going all the way. I'm standing on it.
Don't nobody want to see them Lions right now.
Lions going all the way. I'm standing on it. Hey, look, this is before anybody get on the bandwagon or anything. I was saying it last year.
You sure did.
I was telling them.
You sure did.
When y'all picked up Gibbs, I already knew he was over with then. That was it.
Yeah.
That was it.
But real talk, I'm just glad that we got a coach, man, that actually believes in, the program that he's actually a part of and he's running. You know what I'm saying? It's been a very long time since we had some genuine guys that come out here. You know what I'm saying? So when you look at even the coaches we had some good coaches, man. We just had our damn GMs they sucked. You know what I'm saying? And the people that was scouting, they was getting some good talent, man. But that formula they had we had that formula since Billy Sims. So I'm like, damn, I couldn't wait till they actually got some new management so the coaches could do what they wanted to do. Because I didn't want to see our last coach to leave, man. I actually wanted to see him do his thing, but not him, not that goof ass motherfucker. I'm talking about the black coach.
Ooh.
Black David. That's my boy. Y'all look at Black David. Now I did want
Black David got an African afro.
Black David is related to Frederick Douglass, and I did want you guys to. There he is. Okay. All right. So do not raise your shirt up. Okay. All right. Thank you, Black David. You're amazing. We appreciate you everything that you do. All right, so guys, let's get to work, man. I'm glad everybody's here. I'm glad everybody's doing fine and well. It is amazing to sit here and have this conversation with the fellas. Now, I got a video I want to play a little bit in a little bit because I like to see the jaw drop moments with the fellas when they see stuff that they just cannot believe. It's what I got to show y'all is amazing. I don't know how people are living in this world today. We were just talking about that. I want to start that out as a conversation. Where do you think the world is now? And my son told me today, my son said, Daddy, I can't wait till I'm 20. And that's 9 years from now. And he said, Daddy, what do you think the world gonna look like in 9 years? So he gave me the first question of the night. Fellas, what do you think the world is going to look like in 9 years? Mr. Bennett, if you're out there, I sent you the link.
Are you asking me?
Yeah. Go ahead, Australia. We'll start with you first.
Yeah.
It's gonna look like China is right now, man. They tracking them doing everything. You know what I'm saying? They got the facial recognition. AI is gonna do AI things.
Yeah.
You know, people not gonna be able to pay for stuff and unless they've been on good behavior. You know what I'm saying? And all kind of stuff. You know, that's just what I see. It's gonna be an Orwellian nightmare. You know, and that's what's going on over there. They always test stuff 10 to 20 years ahead of time before we get it. Because, you know, they have to smooth stuff over with us. They have to slide it in there. First, you have to use your phone to pay for stuff. And then after that, they'll put a chip in your hand. And next thing you know, they scanning your eyes and your face from distances, even if you got a mask on, all kind of stuff, man. So that's what I see. That's what I see, man.
Man. All right. Oh, JT, what you got for me?
Hold on, I'm stuck, man. Go to Payne.
Yeah, listen, I agree. I think technology is going to take us in a bad place because ethics doesn't keep up with technology. Because I'm one of the guys, I'm not afraid of technology. I don't believe that anything is new under the sun. Man has just been given the ability to create things out of the elements that's already there. Right. So as our necessity grows, we're able to manipulate the elements and everything else to solve real world problems if we want to. The problem is some of the technology gets ahead of us, and I don't know if the ethics ever catches up. I don't know, like with AI, with some of the things that we can do. You know, some of the science fiction movies we see, like with the one with Tom Cruise, when they start putting people in jail because they think that you may do some shit.
Yep.
Minority Report.
Minority Report.
Yeah.
But one of the things in there, they already showed the technology that Lost in Translation was talking about, the eye recognition. You pass through a certain thing, just like our damn easy pads. You know,
Right.
They don't know how much credits you have. And there's already people trying to say restricting, like the mayor of New York talks about restricting people's ability to buy beef. He's already talking. He said that on the podium. Well, how can you do that unless you can control how they spend their money? In order to spend their money, you got to be able to track their expenditures, and you got to be able to stop them from spending things on certain things. I mean, that's a lot of technology, and that technology already exists. The problem we have, though, is that our country has become so secular that we'll fall for that. But in the non-secular countries, that's just a mark of the devil. Not to be able to buy and sell unless you have the sign of the beast.
Okay, slow down. Could you tell me what countries, what developed countries, not counting the Amish or the Aboriginals, what country is not going to be a cashless society under those very same tenets that we spoke of?
Okay, maybe this is my hope, right?
Mm-hmm.
That countries that are more still have some religious mores, Like I think Israel will do it because they go against their thing anyway. But I would say that if you're religious, I think you would be against that. I mean, I don't know if there's any real non-secular Christian countries left anywhere,
Well,
right? Where people live Christianity. I don't know how many. I don't know what country might live Christianity, but that would
brother,
be an anathema to Christian
brother,
country.
I'm gonna submit this to you, brother Payne.
Go ahead.
And for older black people, are you familiar with a pastor by the name of Ray Hagan? Or Ray
Yeah, I know
Hagan?
Ray Hagan. Yeah,
Ray
I know
Hagan.
him.
Don't he look like Ray Hagan?
Y'all
I
know who Ray
thought you
Hagan
was
is.
Ray Hagan first, and I'm
Y'all
gonna
know who
tell
Ray
you
Hagan
why.
is.
I'm gonna tell you why I brought Ray Hagan up.
Okay, go ahead.
Because as a Christian, I really think you should listen to him. Because a lot of what you're talking about is not religious or Christian. It's good spirited. If you were to take the big three, just the big three, the Quran, the Torah, and the Holy Bible. And you remember when we went to school, how they used to have the transparencies you could lay so you could see the. If you put the big three as transparencies down and follow me, what would come up through the middle, the same, would be or around the edge. No, what you would be able to read around the edges. Love your neighbor. Okay. Don't be killing and robbing and raping and all that mess that you better than. Help people. Okay. Be good people. The shit in the middle, what day to pray, what color to wear, all that's the bullshit. So I don't, and you talking to somebody that read the Bible twice. I've read it once when I was.
So you're saying things like that out of Revelations is bullshit?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we are living the book of Revelation. But Revelation, the book, somebody got an echo. I think it's you, JT. Yeah.
JT.
We are living the book of Revelation. But the book of Revelation was stolen from the Egyptian Book of the Dead.
Okay.
There is a civil rights leader that says that much of Christianity owes its existence to paganism, and that Christianity is full of paganism. And the civil rights leader who said that was Dr. Martin Luther King. So what I'm trying to impress upon you, brother, is that we are living in those last times. But
we good?
But the Bible, yeah, that's much better. The Bible is, bruh, Christianity is the junior religion. It's youngster on the block, man. There are 12 examples of Christ before Christ with the exact same
story.
Yes, the story of manger. I also offer you Zeitgeist. This is the Son. I'll leave some of the clips here so that you can go and find what you will find out is that the Jesus story, brother, and this is common knowledge now. You ain't got to dig to find it. You don't need any archaeology. The genie's out of the Bible because they don't need these program robots anymore. Jesus is entirely, brother, astrological. There was never a man 2023 years ago who walked the earth, healed the sick, raised the dead, was died and was crucified and dead for 18 hours. That's really not 3 days if you count it up. Resurrected, and it explains in vivid detail exactly where that comes from. And it explains, and there are a number of places I can send you to make you understand, to bring you into the knowledge that Christianity was purely put together for one reason and one reason only: to stop the pagans from destroying Rome. Once the believers and the pagans were mixed together with Christianity, they say, hey, this shit works. And they went around the world in crusades, making people deny their centuries-old religions for this religion. And when you see Christianity was introduced, they mean at the tip of a spear.
Now, Uncle Jeff, I don't disagree with anything you just said, but my point was that I don't know if there will be a backlash to them putting the chip in people's bodies.
Yes.
Today, well, hold on. That it should be, but as secular as we've become, whether you're Christian or otherwise, I'm not so sure about that.
Well, I'm gonna
Not
scare the fuck
anymore.
out of
I'm
you
not
again.
so sure about that anymore. That's the point I was trying to make.
I'm gonna scare the fuck out of you again, R-Pain. You might as well cuss. You might as well cuss me out now. I'm gonna say some shut up. You might as well cuss me out now, R-Pain.
I'm not gonna cuss you out. Okay.
It is on you to find 9 men around you who think like you do, who think outside of this, who are wise like you, because you are the leaders. You're the elders in your area, wherever the hell that is. Right. Bad news. When the shit hits the fan, these same young niggas that's trying to give you shit for being young, when they see one another cut up in the street, bro, they're gonna come looking for you. You are the resistance. I am the resistance. We're it. This is it, nigga. Yeah. This is it. It's like in a Gladiator. You know when they first chained them together and the dude peed on himself when the gate was coming up. Well, goddamn it, nigga, the gate is coming up. This is it.
I hear you. All right.
Yeah. So you asked the question before I got off. I had to go ahead and reset my whole damn computer. But you was asking in 9 years. You say your son said in 9 years, right?
Yeah, my son asked me, Daddy, in 9 years, I'll be 20. What do you think the world would look like in 9 years?
Yeah, so the way I look at it is in 9 years, the world will probably be at its peak of chaos, right? You know what's crazy about chaos is that people are going to be so damn just they're not even going to understand that they're living in chaos. Like now, we don't really understand how much chaos it goes to. Even with Uncle just saying, you got to have some guys that can think outside of what they have to be a lot more, I have to say that they have to be more grounded, right? And the only way that we are more grounded is that we're not pessimistic, right? We're just men that we challenge what we think we know. That's what it is. We challenge what we think we know. And when you do that, it's kind of like being at the height of intelligence, because the more you know or the more you learn, the less you know. Because this big old container we have right here called the mind, what happens is that it expands. And the more we learn about this life, the more pissed off we're going to end up being. You're going to be mad as fuck when you find out. And I'm not really saying it to like you, R-Pain, or you, Unc, or Lost. I'm saying it to the younger people.
Come on.
The younger people. This is why you see when they start learning something new, what is it that they do? They're angry, right? They're mad. And they want everybody to know what they just learned. And then they get to a certain, point in their life where when they look and they say, well, shit, I thought I knew it all. But I done got with this brother right here. They keep expanding my knowledge. What that does is that gives you a lot of resistance to what someone wants you to know. The news, like when they tell you they're giving you the news, they actually are, until you understand how to look at the news, how to decipher it, all these different things. Your son, black man, is going to have times in his life, if he's searching for knowledge, where he's going to be super angry, bro. He's gonna be super angry. But what keeps him grounded is his surroundings. Remember, I told you, I said it took me 9 years to find this group.
Yeah.
You and Mandrill and all these guys. It took me 9 years. Before that 9 years, I'm gonna fuck y'all up with this one. I'm gonna fuck you up, Uncle Joe. I was watching your boy Zoe, and I was watching you.
Okay.
2011, 2012.
Wow, you going back, bro? Yeah.
One of the things that got me was one of the things that you were just talking about, the God Fraud Show. If you guys ain't never saw that show, I'm telling you, it's going to change your life.
I'm gonna go look it up my damn self.
Yeah, man, this is the Arian. Yeah,
It's me, and I don't remember. Well,
yeah, the God Fraud Show. Y'all had 2 of them.
I'm over here making preemptive glaucoma strikes.
He got a homeboy, man, that's out cold with this shit. Jeff out cold with it. Motherfuckers say what they want to say. I know for a fact. I've been studying these guys for a while. I have 24 books just because of the books that they used to call out.
Oh shit, you back to T Radio V, bro.
Yeah. That's what got me to a point. I was on probably the show a week before that, and Zoe asked me, he said, "Are you Christian?" And I told him, I said, "I don't know." He said, "Damn, that's a good ass question, a good ass answer." Because at that time I didn't know because of what was told to me about Christianity.
I'm gonna go hard.
And all these different things. What was told to me was pissing me off when I was in my 20s. Because it was proven that it was way more than what they were telling me. They just wanted me to know what it was that they knew. They were stumped. And then once I started looking for myself and I started reading for myself, man, that was something different. And I thought the world was just all screwed up from that point on. Then I started learning other things outside of that. And one of the things I started learning was principles of Islamic life, right? Not the religion, the lifestyle. And it really pissed me off because I was mad. And let me tell you who I was mad at, actually. I was mad at my parents. I was mad at them. And then once I got older, I learned, I was like, they only knew what they knew. They only taught what they knew. And they did it out of love. What's happening right now with our children, though, is that they're growing up to be lost adults. See, your son and your daughter, all your kids, they literally need you and their mom in their life right now because what they got in front of them, it's not like y'all gonna be able to help them. So you got to give them their toolbox, tool belts, tools, all of them right now to prepare them for what may come in the near future. Let me land, man, because I be on the diet trap all day. It's just something in me tonight. But I can tell you, brothers, right now, bro, the world is not going to end. It's just what we have in front of us is going to end. We some old motherfuckers, bro. We have changed so many times. Our mindset has changed so much to the point where we've arrived to a state where you're going to have people literally begging for people to fuck. Not even love. It ain't gonna, I don't even know how they even gonna have that shit. Because right now, what is love right now? We don't even know what a fucking woman is no more, let alone what love is.
You know what, JT? I just did a podcast right before we came on 30 minutes ago. And the title of the show is called What Have We Done to Love? You know what I'm saying? What have we done to love? That's exactly what we were talking about. I gave it a little snippet, but you get a chance to talk about it. It's a small little diatribe. But to speak to what you're talking about, people are flexible mentally. It's called neuroplasticity. That means that we can learn and change at the drop of a dime. As long as we don't introduce our own cognitive dissonance and get in our own way from change. And it's a whole lot easier as you get older and you learn that, hey, it's easier to unlearn things now. but you're absolutely right.
Absolutely.
Okay. First,
All right, now. Oh, look, now what I want to do is play this video. And because the subject tonight is, should black men protect random black women, or black women worth the protection? Uncle Jeff, lost in translation, or I'm paying JT.
yes, sir.
And I want to play this video of this woman who is coercing her daughter at 6 years old, I think, or 6 or 7, maybe, the age, coercing her daughter to lie that her daddy is touching her intimately. And I want to get your thoughts about this video. So I want to play it real quick.
Sick, bro.
Here we go.
Don't fuck with him.
Did I do that?
Do you hear me? He touched you? Yes, he did. Didn't he? Yep.
No.
This is the man that fucked with you. Rico, he's mean and you don't like him.
Did I do that?
You don't fuck with him.
Did I do that?
Do you hear me? He touched you? Yes, he did. Didn't he? Yep.
No, I
Well, I
didn't.
fucking thought.
Look at you, so. You got your.
I oh my God. Oh God. Even okay. Here is oh fuck. Okay, and it's all coming to me. It's blazing at me right now, and I'm putting it together. It's like
Go ahead,
air
go ahead,
traffic
take your
control.
time.
Working it out.
Okay,
time,
they're
Doc.
all
Take your
thoughts.
time.
They're all
Take
this how
your
they
time.
come at me, man. Number one, black man.
Jeff, while you doing that, I'm gonna let Denzel say what he got to say first.
Okay.
Bitch.
Okay, thank you. I thought you were gonna give me more time. So I'm gonna lead with this. Number one, I don't know if it's just because I'm high, but Black Man Unfiltered, your background is fire, bruh. With the
Thank you,
green
bro. Appreciate
and
it.
the other shit, it is really making it worth my weed. It really is. What hurts me most about this is, let's just pretend she is right. Let's just pretend that man touched that little girl. What the fuck are you following it up with as a mother to this baby? Let's pretend that happened. If that happened, is what you're doing the best thing to do in order to get rid of your anger with this nigga, in order to get rid of your anger with the niggas you used to be with, and with the uncles that may have done this to you, and with all the niggas that ain't shit, and the way Mookie left Tracy, and now they finna cut your hours at work? Is it worth bringing all of that fucking vitriol up if you are right to do this to this child? For that, I say, no man should ever put his hands on a woman, but that don't mean you can't pay somebody. I swear to God, I would pay the biggest female felon that just got out to stomp her fucking ears together for that. That is horrible to do to a child. What has she done to that baby?
Yeah.
I'm not talking to fuck what he did. Is this the way you handle it? Don't we have DCFS? Don't we got the Popo? Can you go maybe to the mosque and talk to a few of the brothers? I bet they frown on this. There are other ways, sister. But because you got to get your way and you are so flush with your hyena energy and you don't give a shit what you spray it on, you turn good women literally like her, become the Incredible Hulk, turn green, rip out their metaphysical clothes, destroy relationships, destroy emotions, destroy the cognitive ability of a child. And then when she come back down, well, I don't know what I did. Either that or this insanity. Whatever you do is justified by however you feel. Bitch, you set my car on fire. Well, I was mad. And that's the end of her explanation. It is that madness that must be addressed. I don't give a damn what this dude did. That woman is a fucking monster and is indicative of a great many sisters in the hood that the better sisters do not speak on. That's the problem. Where are the outraged sisters at? Not that, oh, what about men too? No, fuck what about men too? Black women, I challenge you. I challenge you, sisters, right now, if you admit to watching this and you don't come up and speak on this, if you can admit to seeing me talk to you right now and you do not come up and address this and you are ever on this show, I won't call it on you, sis, but you know that you are a coward. I'm sorry, I get a little worked up with kids.
I understand, brother. Hank, did you get a chance to see the video?
Run it back.
I didn't
see that
it at all.
again.
Look,
You don't fuck with him.
Did I do that?
Do you hear me? He touched you? Yes, he did. Didn't he? Yep.
No,
This is the man that fucked with you. Rico, he's mean and you don't like him.
Did I do that?
You don't fuck with him.
Did I do that?
Do you hear me? He touched you? Yes, he did. Didn't he? Yep.
No, I
What I
didn't.
fucking thought.
Look at you, so. You got your
Hank, what are your thoughts?
Well, whoever recorded did right.
She's coercing her daughter to lie on her daddy.
No. What I'm saying is, whoever recorded that, did right.
Yeah.
Because now you have some type of documentation, and it's just not going to be hearsay. Because we already know 85% of the times that man's automatically wrong, even if he can prove it. But now you have video evidence that's going to help your case. So if I was him, I'd go and file a lawsuit. I would call CPS on her ass right now. I would. I mean, I don't know the relationship. Was that his girlfriend or is that the baby father?
He's the father spending time with his baby.
Yeah, I would call CPS on her. I would definitely file a police report against her. All off top. I'm going to get the party started. I'm putting her ass on paper. I'm not going to feel sorry for her. I'll handle my daughter's mental state when the time needs to be handled. I'll tell her what I had to do and the reason why I had to do it when it needs to be handled. Yeah, mama gone away for a while because mama had to learn the lesson. Mommy did some bad things, so mommy had to go away.
Mommy went off the bad girl school.
I can care less about anything else. I don't care about how a family gonna feel toward me. Yeah, fuck y'all. Y'all kiss my ass. Did y'all just see what did y'all see what she did? Did you see what she said? Did you see what she tried to have our daughter do? Yeah, we're not gonna do this, man. You're not gonna try to ruin me, ruin my life, ruin my name, and then take me away from my child's life. No, we're not doing that. Yeah, I'm gonna put her ass on paper.
Yeah.
Now,
and I want to pause for a second.
Ratchet dudes and whoop the ass on sight.
Right.
And he would have been justified.
Right. And I think I want to add to this because we got Easy Money Jones. He'll be up in a second. He says he's putting his kids to bed. But he just asked this question. I want you guys to address this, and then we'll get back to going around the horn here. But Easy Money Jones put in here, Hank, you can go first. You can address this first. Okay. He said, why would a man put his peen in a woman who's capable of doing that? How would you know if he go ahead, Hank, you go first.
You don't know she's capable unless she's got other kids and you've witnessed her do it to the other baby father, you wouldn't know. Unless you heard stories about her doing it, you just wouldn't know. Now, once you are a witness and are even a victim of this, and hopefully if you don't have kids with it already, you need to get the fuck away from her. Because it's only a matter of time for her to do it to you.
She already knows. When she did that exact same thing, there's no way that guy didn't see her blow up on any other matter before. You know, whether it's yelling at a waiter, whether it's doing something, getting mad beyond what's required for the situation.
This ain't got nothing to do with
the first time he's seen her act like that.
This is more serious than yelling at a waiter.
No, that's not the point I'm making. The point is she revealed herself long before he gave that girl
her conflict resolution skills.
Yeah, conflict. That's
but
that's like saying.
But Payne, what she's doing is having her child lie and accusing him of molesting
I
the child.
hear that.
Okay,
You won't see that in her raising her voice at the waiter.
No, but
Yeah.
Brother Hank,
The same.
if I may, Brother Payne, this speaks to two things. Number one, I tell young bucks this all the time. Stop saying and permission to speak freely, black man unfiltered. We just talking, right? Stop hanging out with dudes and stop saying you going to get some pussy. You a black man. You don't get pussy. You give out dick. It's a different vibe. So knowing that and understanding that my generation and the generation before me misled you because we have no sense of line. We don't have a sense of what comes before us. So we were bred like puppies and split up. So since you don't know your great grandfather, you'll stick your dick in her because her ass big. When you have a sense of line, you go, you know what? Every woman I lay down with, I run the risk of financially strapping myself to her for damn near 2 decades and splicing genes with her until the end of time. And I'm not saying don't have fun. I'm saying leave it in, daddy, leave it in. No, not you. Not you. This is where we are unclear and we have the first choice. She didn't rape him. He chose her, and I don't believe that was the first indicator. She got some good cooter. That cooter is tremendous. You ain't telling me that a woman who would go off on her child like that makes a bunch of sound decisions in a bunch of other places, that she's easy to build a life with, that she sees the concept of buying less Birkin bags and shoes so we can stock up and buy a fourplex to leave for this baby. She don't see the value in investing in this child and getting off the state. That's not who you dealing with. But he knew that before he put his thing in her and made that baby, and more than likely, they are birds of a feather.
We don't know that. We don't know that.
We don't know that, brother. We
don't
know that. Okay, I will make him a fine, upstanding citizen that was a little willy-nilly where he put his dick. Can we all agree on that?
No.
But Uncle,
no, you think he made great choices with his dick to wind up with a woman like this?
But okay, but Uncle, you should sit there and say nothing wrong with going to have fun. Maybe he just went out there and had fun and so happened to got her pregnant.
Exactly, brother. And this is what I'm saying. But brother Hank, this is what I'm saying about your fun. You gotta I be telling brothers this, man, and it's some elite dudes, kings, multimillionaires do this. Bruh, they don't fuck commoners because you run the risk of this. They pay for it. They pay for it. The same money it take to take a broad out, the same money. I'm telling you, buy it, because what you are buying is you are high hurdling this. This is a transaction. Number two, you are exercising getting your ego out of the way. But most niggas want to mac abroad. No, if you are on your way somewhere trying to do something, brother, the wrong pussy is where a young black man's dreams go to die. Invest in your invest in your future, young black man. Buy pussy. Don't fuck around with these regular broads. This is a regular ass broad. Why would I have fun? And yo, I have fucked up in this fashion. This is why I'm saying it. I'm not holier than thou. Okay, pussy didn't just get good. This is good to me too. I like it just as there's no man on here that likes pussy more than me. I guarantee you can't. You can't. I love pussy and I've had a gang of it. What I'm saying is that we got to get more serious from this side so that we can get around this horrible bitch here. I'm not cutting her no passes. When I'm elected emperor, this broad is beheaded as soon as we can get pay-per-view together. I can't stand the women like this. But what I'm saying is we're giving out the dick. We need to let these broads just die off. That's all I'm saying.
Wait. Hold on here. Is it the barbershop?
Anybody want to respond to?
Yes, it's the barbershop. Wait, I mean, we can't talk straight in the barbershop.
Hell yeah.
Anybody want to respond to Uncle Jeff, or anybody
Yeah,
wants to?
my contention is the same thing. Like, we're assuming that this man knows, and we go like even Easy Money's statement is like, his question is like, people, how the hell does any of that equate to him being psychic to be able to predict what she's going to do after they have a child?
You don't need to be psychic.
He has to be psychic to know what she's going to do if she hasn't done it yet. Just like
no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't, brother. If I'm putting together 1,000, I say this all the time. If I'm putting together 1,000-piece puzzle and 700 pieces make it a windmill, the other 300 ain't gonna make it a lighthouse. It's a fucking windmill. This is not the first time that this broad exuded this behavior. Okay, you trying to tell me? I'm just like I tell women, there is no super slick 007 ass, slick ass nigga that's out here got you bitching y'all. You're dropping your intuition. You're letting society's white noise up over it so you can ignore the good brothers for these niggas you really want to fuck. That's what's happening. From the same side, these broads only sneak up on simps. We've all done it. We didn't done it when we was young. I'm trying to alert dudes. This behavior is not super sleuth. It isn't. When this broad done blew her stack before he got her pregnant.
Okay, I heard you. Hold on. I said 2 words and you cut right in.
I'm sorry.
Again, people like me have played football. We played basketball. We know that the ball has to cross the plane to score a touchdown. It has to be snapped. We don't watch defenses. We don't watch offenses. We watch the same exact game and still make mistakes, running at 20 and 15 miles an hour. We can see the play first quarter, fourth quarter, they run the same play. We can still score on us, and we men playing against other men that are coached like we're coached. Just because you see signs don't guarantee an outcome. We got to be adults at the end of the day. That's the games we play. Even at work, everything may look the same like it did last year, but there's something that can happen that change. That girl has free will. What I'm saying and what I'm pushing back is what you're doing right now, as much as you think you're helping, it is what gives these chicks the leeway and the encouragement to not take responsibility for what they did. I don't think there's nothing in his behavior, just like you're assuming, that allow her to go, yeah, I could just get my daughter to say that her dad is molesting him. Like, I just don't understand. I don't understand why we keep saying stuff like this. I get all that other stuff that you said. It's fine, cool. We have control. But afterwards, when you, like, a lot of men understand, when these babies come, these girls flip. They different. This is what they've been waiting for the whole time. It's a lick, and you don't know until you know. They slick. They cunning. They got skills, and you keep blaming these men for
you muted, Uncle Joe.
Okay, yeah.
Brother, was that the first thing you heard me say?
What? Which one?
About the first thing I said was about the brother's control. Was that the first thing you heard me say?
Yes.
Okay, now I understand. Here's what happened right before you got here. The first time I saw it, I couldn't watch it, bro. I started crying. And I said that woman, and I say it again, she is a monster. Even if he did what he did, she has marked that baby. That baby gonna need therapy, bro, for what she for just that event. Yeah. So when the baby starts to get older, and she starts to remember what her mother did to her then, even if this brother is right, what we witnessed was child abuse, and this horrible bitch should walk the plank, is what I said. I said that once I am elected emperor, her and horrible gutter snipes like her will be eviscerated as soon as we can hook up pay-per-view, is what I said. I do not excuse ever stank, foul, hyena speak or hyena energy from these sisters who are walking around with unbridled female nuclear energy. And the only thing that can case that nuclear energy is positive male energy, and they don't have it. And so it's running them up and driving them fucking crazy. And brother, I'm the last to defend that. But the safeguard, you leave us with no safeguards. What you are saying is true, and it may be because I'm 58, bro. But if what you are telling me is it speaks from the man whose mind has his dick as the general manager of the team. And with your dick as the general manager, you're gonna win some games, but you're not going to the playoffs, bro. You are basically outlining Samson. Samson is the Bible's simp. God told Samson real clear, look, nigga, don't be telling nobody about your hair. Now, this fine ass broad come over here and give him a lap dance with them little bells. Yo, check this out. Running his face. Running his face to a trick. This shit's old, bro. I am trying to tell you. Young bucks, your sperm is what is valuable. Do not let people fool you into believing that women create life. They don't. They incubate the life you give. And they are the portal to life here. You got to quit gambling with your sperm, bro. That's all I'm saying. It's a fucking not every sister is going to handle, even if he did this, even if he was guilty. This ain't the way. Nigga, I know you put your hands on our baby. I'm finna call Day-Day. Nigga, I know you put your hands on this baby. I'm calling DCFS. There is some way to high hurdle traumatizing this child. And there is some way to high hurdle fucking abroad and making a baby with her who would traumatize that baby. I know this because I have done this. I have made this mistake, brother. I have spent so much money in court dealing with a woman like this. This is why I'm trying to tell you.
I listen. I get what you're saying. I understand it. It's not that what you're saying is out of there, but at the end, it's like not attainable. But at the end, a woman like this, man, these people have free will. These people watch TV most of their life. Their brains is whatever. When they run into trauma, they do anything, man. And to constantly burden one person, like we don't do that nowhere else in life. What we're suggesting here, we don't do that nowhere else in life. What somebody does next to you in Walmart is not your fault. What your mom do, you don't go to jail for what she does. So you saying that this guy is wrong? This guy has to pick a person that wouldn't do a thing like that. It's crazy.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't know that. It's like I get what you're saying, but you really
brother,
need to
that's
think
not
about
true. That's not true.
It is a lot of people
not, you can run them lights. You can say perhaps you didn't. Okay, I'll say this, brother. You can say you didn't recognize the signs, but you can't say they weren't there.
Okay, I'm not arguing that. I'm not arguing that. I'm giving you the signs. Totally. I'm saying, but that, just like we said, like I said, in sports, we can see all the signs we want. They still can run an audible.
Well, brother,
crazy.
I'm trying to tell you. I won't tell you which one of my wives because I don't want to fuck with my kids' minds. But well, no, the youngest boy is 17. Fuck it. Brother, it's this important. I've told this story in public. I'll tell it again. I used to write for a television show called Vibe way back in the day that Sinbad had when he had a late night talk show. And it was shot right across the hall from Steve Harvey. So normally, me, Sinbad, Sid the Entertainer, Steve, but James had a bunch of fucking comics would be in the hallway talking shit. And one day they go, nigga, we all dogs, but Jeff, I was trying to get over a breakup. When I tell you, bro, I was fucking dancers. I was fucking the girls that worked upstairs. I was important broads. I was in fucking audience members. All you had to be was fine as hell. And I was fitting to get some, bro. I was terrible. And these niggas was like, when is you gonna slow down? I said, okay, I tell you what. I need a woman that fits this description. Number one, she got to have her own shit. I got my own shit. Number two, she has to have a great relationship with her father. Number three, she has to understand this business. And number four, please God, let her be black. Right then, 5'2", built like Jessica Rabbit, chocolate with crazy fucking braids and shit on her head, walks by. That caboose goes by in a sundress. Excuse me, gentlemen, I'll be right back. That was ex-wife number 2. Number 1, she got to have her own shit. When I met her, I thought she did, but her father bought all of that shit and I didn't know it. Have a great relationship with her father. Yes, but a horrible, unspeakable relationship with her mother that marked her to this fucking day. Understand the business? Yes. And proceeded to burn bridges with people whose names I could drop that you fucking know, to the point that she can't put a down payment on a bag of toaster crumbs with anything she make out of Hollywood because ain't nobody doing no business with her on that level. And I thought with my tools that I saw the woman I was supposed to splice jeans and live with. And why? Because I ignored the fucking signs, bruh. The first night I picked her up for our first date, I had to wait 20 minutes while she cussed out one of her friends on the phone because she did not have the tact to put her shit away. That was a fucking red flag on fire. But that ass nigga, I am trying to tell you to not make that mistake. I am standing in the road, and all you telling me is the ability that you have to make that mistake. Pay attention to the signs, bruh. They're not gonna be big.
Yeah, I wouldn't have married that heifer.
Come on.
You know, you married her. You made a mistake.
Hank.
No, hell no.
Hank.
20 goddamn minutes.
She checked too many boxes, brother. Your bruh, Hank, she checked too many. You don't understand. I was trying to get back to what I thought was where my spirituality was supposed to be.
That ass checked that box.
That ass belonged to a mega church. All that God shit. And that ass, nigga, that ass.
Okay, can we get into the solution then? How can you tell if there's a woman that will coerce our child into saying that dad molested her? What do they look like? What colors do they wear? What songs do they listen to? What do they do first? What octave do they yell at? Are they light skinned?
Well,
let's get to it, because when we're done, we're gonna have the same conclusion.
Absolutely, brother. Does anybody else want to take this? Because I can take this and
I can take
you do it.
I can take it.
Yeah, I'll go last.
Anybody, because go ahead. It don't matter.
I can take it. So you won't know exactly what you said.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly what you said. So this is the things that we have to learn. We got to learn how to mitigate risk. That's it. You ain't gonna know right off the rip. It's not gonna happen. I mean, I've done the same thing. What you said, I probably got some stories too that the motherfucker be like, God damn. And it wasn't just that ass though. It was some things that she did. She was checking off all the lists that I,
checking
that
the
I
boxes,
had. She's checking them boxes like a motherfucker.
Checking it twice.
But what it was that I stood in my own fucking way. I did see it, but I wasn't seasoned enough. You dig what I'm saying? I wasn't seasoned enough because what my goal was, and I said this earlier, was the box. My goal was all kind of other things. It wasn't just sex and shit like that, but I didn't see it not because I didn't want to, I just wasn't seasoned enough. We don't know sometimes, right?
That's my point.
This is the reason why we have to get to a point where we can't fall in love with lust. That ass is what get our ass in trouble. That ass, that's what get us in trouble.
I actually have a product to help us with that. It's called Uncle Jeff's pre-important decision cream. And it has a lot of it comes in it comes with some hand sanitizer, a Crown Royal bag, and a jar of grease of oil, like it's all natural oils. And before you are to make an important decision, you are to massage this magical African grease into your member until your mind becomes clear. Because as gentlemen, we all know you are never clearer than you are post Jack. You are that post.
You go on dates.
That clarity. Brother, that's exactly what you do. Before you go out on a date, important decision cream. Because guess what happens? Now you ain't pressed to get under her clothes. So you have neutralized her main weapon.
But it goes to this also. Hink already put it out there. So now we arrive to this bullshit right here, right? There's no fucking reason why we should not fight that motherfucker tooth and nail.
Yeah.
If this woman was doing exactly what she was doing right there, hell no.
Go to war.
I'm exposing that shit to anybody that's gonna listen to me.
I'm taking exhibit A.
I'm sending it to everybody I know. I'm gonna post it online.
She gonna hate that she did that shit to me. She gonna hate that she did that shit to me. I know I'm a Detroit dude. Let me tell you one thing about Detroit dudes. There are a whole bunch of women that try to put these motherfuckers on child support and all that shit. Man, these dudes are something different now.
They are.
They don't play, bro. They don't play when it come down to their shit. And this the craziest thing. Don't be a street nigga. Street dudes are something different, man. When you are fucking with that money and their livelihood,
man,
they're gonna go to the extremes.
Brother.
Greatest thing about being in Detroit, though, that I love is that we got some down-to-earth people here, man. We got some brothers that's willing to help your ass. It don't take long to get to them either. But what we have now, we have a gap in our generation.
Mm-hmm.
Them brothers that fought back, because it was some brothers that didn't. They was just like, nigga, it ain't, you know. Most dudes be like, I was one of them. I fought. They was whooping my ass in the court for that child support shit. And then it just got me to a point where my hustle was way stronger than the little bit of money that she was asking for. You know what I'm saying? It got to a point where I had to say, hey, man, I own this one right here. I chose this right here. I didn't need nobody else telling me none of this shit. And all the shit that she put me through, instead of me being pissed off and mad, because all that shit was doing was keeping me down, I started to fight back. And I ain't fight back like I ain't gotta kill you, none of that shit. I ain't gotta make you come up missing or nothing like that, even though that shit was rolling through my head. But I understood what life was about from that point. I grew up in a 2-parent household. All I knew was marriage. That's all I knew. However, what I grew up in as a teenager, dating and all this shit, the shit wasn't looking like that no more. When I did get married, 22 years old, that was my first marriage. At 22 years old, military man, thought I did everything right. Waited till she graduated from college, all these different things. Now it goes to your point, world class. She wasn't nowhere near what the fuck she turned out to be 10 years from that point. She wasn't nothing like, I was like, what the fuck? I knew she ain't nothing like that 15-year-old that I hollered at and all that shit. By the time she got about 27, 28 years old, we talking about something different now. Whole different ball game. What it did, though, it taught me how to fight. It taught me how to fight when it came down to things not being fair to me, how I can be the equalizer. I equalized the shit. I wasn't trying to fight. I was trying to fight fair first. I was trying to do all these different things. I had all kind of angst towards her, all that. When I took all that shit away, because look, I'm 50-some years old now. She 50-some years old. I guarantee she ain't trying to fight me no more. She trying to get back this way. You can't get back this way. I got another damn woman. I got a whole different life.
Sorry.
I'm sorry for you. But if I would have did what my first mindset, and if I would have succumbed to my anger, I wouldn't be here talking to you brothers right now. Guaranteed that.
I'll tell you what.
Guaranteed that shit.
Put your shit in. Shit on. I'll put my shit on.
And lost in translation. What
Simplify, brother. Simplify.
You put my shit.
Lost in translation. What are your thoughts on the video, my brother?
Simplify.
Here's my thing, man. They say that hindsight is 20/20, but sometimes foresight can be 20/20 as well, too. You know what I mean? And given that most guys don't take psychology classes, there's a few things that you could do. You could lean on people who are smarter than you. The Bible says there's safety in the multitude of counsel. And if you don't have anybody in your corner who could actually walk you through certain scenarios, so you don't make those mistakes, it makes it hard. Now, what made me understand people was I took a few classes when I was in school. I took psychology and social psychology. Best classes money can spend. Fellas, if you get an opportunity in your spare time, make sure that you take psychology and social psychology. You ain't got to take the whole, 200, 300 class. Just take the 100 so you can get a taste of it. And just put that under your belt. That's going to help you navigate foolishness like this. Now, given that this particular video, the lady was trying to coerce the girl into saying something that wasn't true. We call that projection. You know what I mean? She's trying to take probably what happened to her and make her daughter experience something that did not happen. If you watch the little girl, she was like, "No, mommy, he didn't touch me. He didn't touch me." And she was like, "Yes, you did. That's manipulation." You see what I'm saying? So I'm glad that that person recorded it so other people can see it like we did. You know what I mean? So we can actually see what happened. She was trying to make something happen that actually didn't happen. And for a child to look at their mother and say, "No, mommy, that didn't happen." Because most kids want to people please their mama. You know what I'm saying? They want to say, "Yes, mommy, you proud of me?" Yes. That baby said no. You see what I'm saying? That right there alone let me know everything I need to know. That baby tell the truth, and that baby ain't scared. You know what I'm saying? So, and then on top of that, the guy recorded it as well. For some reason, she's upset. Now, earlier you guys were saying that there's no way you could tell somebody's gonna act that way. Yes, it is, and I'm gonna tell you how. If every time that person has a conversation and their conversation is always about them, the minute that person has a child, the focus is no longer going to be on them. The focus is going to be on the child. And that person is going to miss that attention. You see what I'm saying? They're going to do whatever it's going to take to get the attention back on them. And especially if you break up, they're going to use the child as a weapon between you and the child because they're no longer the star of the story. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this. This is ridiculous. But in this particular situation, she was mad because she was no longer the star. You see what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure there was some instances where she's done this before. I've seen it happen before, But my thing is this: most guys don't get an opportunity to go to psychology class because that's just an afterthought. Most guys just figure, "Hey, I'm finna go to work, do my thing." But if you get an opportunity to take psychology and social psychology, take it. Or if you do a small course, just pay you $200-300 just to go through the course. It is money well spent. It's going to teach you how to deal with people in general. It's going to teach you what to look for. You know what I mean? And that way you'll know what type of people you're dealing with. I mean, we too old to be dealing with weird people like this. You know what I'm saying? So to answer some of the other guys' questions, said, could he have known? There's no way he could have known because he didn't have the knowledge. All he had was what he was in front of him. And my thing is this: you can't be held accountable for what you don't know. but what you don't know that's out there. So in this particular situation, yes, you know, she should have been held accountable for this type of behavior. You know what I mean? If something really happened to that little girl, she wouldn't be confronting him in front of her. She would probably take her somewhere else, like Child Protective Services, and they would have that conversation with them. But since she knows she's lying, that's the reason why she didn't do it.
She couldn't hold her mule. That's what it was. She
Correct.
could not hold her mule because another woman would have been slick about it. They would have been very slick about that shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They would have
Right.
took her to the cops, to the hospitals and things like that.
Right.
She couldn't hold her mule.
Right.
The reason, and I'm glad. And look, what they say, look at God.
You better say
that
it.
man should have been happy that he had the opportunity to be right in front of her to expose her behavior on that child, because that child was the one that was like, what the fuck? Because when that man was right there, that girl, that child felt like she was between a rock and a hard spot.
Correct.
And she knew it was something about the relationship she had with that young man that she was just like, I'm not about to put that on him. Nope.
Right.
Nope. Mama, you wrong.
And that lets you know that the relationship between the father and the daughter was stronger between her and the mother.
Hell
you see what I'm
yeah.
saying? Because the daughter was like, no, mommy, he didn't do that. Why are you saying this? You know what I mean? The mama
Funky
needs some
bitch.
type of therapy. You know what I'm saying? If not trying to go to jail, just like they got these new paternity laws where if you go to, you try to do, paternity fraud, you go to jail. When women do stuff like this, they should go to jail too, because that man could have been facing all type of charges. You know what I mean? And he had to register as a sex offender, all kind of stuff, ruin that man's life. Yeah, she should go to jail or face some type of
At
back
least
up,
he
back
would have
up.
got arrested and lost his job, to the least.
Correct.
Okay. Did you just say that there are paternity fraud laws now?
In Tennessee, it is.
Hot damn.
Yep.
This is I have said this forever. What the hell kind of system will look you in your face and go, I know this ain't your boy, but you still got to pay for him?
Oh, they cracking down on that. They sending
33%.
people to jail. They making people pay.
Oh, these women, if I find out after 18 years that this is not my child, I should be able to come up with a lifestyle average that you have lived per year, multiply that times 18. This was what will be enacted as a law once I am elected emperor.
Add
This will be
tax
the
and
18,
adjust for
18
inflation.
law.
Exactly.
When that baby is over 18, I don't give a shit if it's from 18 to 60. When we find out that that's not that man, baby, we're going to figure out an 18-year average of the money that this man spent or your lifestyle. And payable now will be that number. If you do not have that number, you will serve 18 years behind bars.
Absolutely.
I think they'll knock that shit
Look
off.
look like Tennessee got it right. We've got 49 other states that need to jump on then.
Come on.
Exactly, Hank. Exactly. And we ain't signed in
That's
the
a
building,
fact.
like all the way from Shanghai, China. I think he's still in Shanghai. I don't know. But we ain't signing. Go ahead and give us a greeting. This is a black man who speaks several languages, but he's gonna greet us tonight in another language other than English. So go ahead and give a shout out to the Black Men Unfiltered Network, my brother. Go ahead.
Yeah.
大家好，那个恰好，你现在听那个 Black Man Unfiltered，你可以拿你的吃好了喝，and 听一听，谢谢。
All right,
What's
man.
up,
Thank you, man. Welcome to the show, my brother.
With the man, okay.
Welcome. So, yeah, I saw the video as well, and I guess I'm gonna have a little bit of a controversial view. It's the father's fault for marrying her and getting her pregnant, because at the end of the day, he knew who she was, and if we keep it all the way at 100, I'm pretty sure that woman was just like his mother, right? And the reason why we know, and the reason why we knew she knows who he is, because this nigga had the foresight to have a camera.
So
Right?
is that his wife?
Home run over the wall, young man. Over the wall, out
No,
in the
that's-
fence,
that's
out in
his-
the
yeah, that's
parking
his
lot,
baby
broke
mama.
somebody's windshield.
Okay,
Right.
so
So
he,
I mean,
he didn't marry her. He didn't marry her then.
oh, okay, he didn't marry, but whatever. He got her pregnant, but he had a camera phone ready because this ain't the first time, right? This is not the first time. And on top of that, when she's saying that, does he sound surprised? We're surprised, but does he sound surprised? He's just saying, see, and that's what niggas do when it has happened already.
Okay,
So
how old are you, young man?
100. I'm 44. Is
Well,
100%.
he sounded like he said some other stuff too, though.
Yeah, but I mean, but the point is was in anything he said, can you tell me that he sounds surprised that this woman was doing it?
Appreciate you. What we know.
He didn't sound surprised to me.
Look here, I can't look, guys. I understand it. Like you said, you're right. We unlock. I mean,
we all
signing.
We ain't signing. We ain't signing.
Did he call him we on lock?
No, it's my fault. I apologize. No disrespect.
We're talking. No problem. No, that's we're good. We're good.
No, you want me to run it back before you say you're coming? You want me to run it back?
I'll bring the rest back.
No. To
Okay,
put
okay.
a body like that on that, yeah, I can't do that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume that no woman is that goddamn low. Now I know they're gonna do some trifling ass shit like busting windows out the car, steal some money, but to intentionally throw a body like that on a man and say, yeah, you touched my daughter or a child in the public. Yeah,
Hey, let me ask you this.
That man could get killed, man.
Let me just say this really quickly. 2 points I want you to reflect on really quickly. Like, take 2 seconds and think about it. Number one, we see this all over the internet. Like, he's hitting me, watch, he's calling cops. That's on camera. Number two, do you really think his mama's not the same way? Because I'm pretty sure, I'm willing to gamble that his mom is just like that woman.
So you think his mama was set his daddy up saying he was touched by his daddy?
Yes.
Yeah, I can't.
It's literally getting out of control at this point. It's getting out of control at this point.
Hey,
This is the
Go ahead, bro.
Can I say this real quick? Y'all that know me, this is literally why I keep saying the same thing over and over again about how these black females are abusing children, because these guys don't know. They really do not understand.
Appreciate you, my brother.
The chicks that's in oh my bad, you're in the super chat.
No. Go ahead. I'll read them in a minute.
Yeah, the chicks that's in their peer groups that they're dating, that guys are dating, they're looking for their turn to be a child abuser like their mother. Like this is why I'm saying it, because they really don't think. Not only do they not realize it's going to happen to them, they don't even recognize a female black mother beating a child as a serious problem. Because we complain about these chicks, but we're not. You have to understand from their perspective. I don't understand why I don't get more credit from them. These black mothers are beating the living shit out of children day in, day out, breath in, breath out. And they are now in their 20s and 30s and 40s. Mm-hmm. And what they watched is nobody came and saved me from her. Mm-hmm. So since nobody came and saved me from her, I'm going to have my turn and I'm going to do this shit too. So and then you only allowed to hurt the male. So my point is this, to make it short, to land it. What's happening is, because I couldn't get nobody else, because I couldn't get my dad, I'm going to get this random guy. And a lot of these guys are unsuspecting, because at the same time, simultaneously, these males are being raised to be their mother's boyfriend, to be the chump and the simp to accept everything a female says so she can get her rocks off, using her child as some portable flesh kiosk to wherever all she can do is push the button and get some feedback. That's how they use these boys, because they can finally have a way. They can finally have their way with males, and this is what's going on. These guys really don't think these chicks are going to do it, but and they're cruddy. But I'm from Baltimore, so I've seen everything.
So, but you just hold on 1 second. You just explained what I'm saying, because you just said this, and correct me if I'm wrong. You're saying that these black mothers beat their boys to kingdom come, correct? Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So then, when that black boy finds a girl to date when he's of age and they get pregnant, whatever, he's going to see that woman beat the living shit out of his kid like he was. And he's going to think that is normal because it happens to him. We know. Black men know. Because just for the fact of it has happened to them already lets you know that they know. And I'm pretty sure that his mom is very similar to the woman he got pregnant. I'm pretty sure they're very similar.
The abuse is not just physical, the abuse is mental, because they manipulate you into thinking that they're angels and this will never happen to me. And you talk to these chicks, you watch them in the videos and in the TikTok videos. They don't think anything bad is going to happen to them, and they guilt trip the dude into, why would you ever think I would do that to you? Type shit.
Well, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that black men do know beforehand. Because everything you said, I'm agreeing with you.
The reason, I get that.
But I'm just saying, that is the evidence why I'm saying that black men knew beforehand.
I get what you're saying, but I'm saying the specific manipulation, the specific mental abuse is that even though I'm abusing you, somebody else is not going to abuse you. I'm not abusing you. It's specifically that. Like, it's not bad when a mother fucks a child. Like these chicks with the chick with the brick, right? They've been talking all this shit all week. Right? But in reality, they're saying a man shouldn't hit a woman. But these, again, like I said, these chicks will watch later that day or while the stream is going on, smack the shit out of their children. A big adult male shouldn't hit an adult female, but this obese bitch can smack a baby across the fucking floor in a store and nobody says anything.
A chopper in the throat.
That in and of itself is evidence of what I'm saying. Like you're even taught as a little child that it's okay for a female to fuck you up. So these guys, what I'm saying is they've seen it, but they have trained themselves to dismiss the information.
They've been conditioned to that level of abuse.
That's my point.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you. The only part where it's a little bit of contention is the saying that they know. That's all I'm saying. They know. Whether even though they dismiss it, they still know. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, can I jump in real quick?
So
real quick, it's interesting because as I was watching the video, it reminded me, and I got to be careful how I say this because there's still some pending stuff going. But somebody that I know actually just went through an entire court case where they were charged with doing stuff to kids and they didn't do it. And essentially what happened was he got with, the person got with this person. They had a couple of kids. They had a very toxic relationship. They break up. She says, I'm going to make your life a living hell. And she goes to, the police, CPS, says he touched my kids, all this other stuff. And it's bad because this particular individual works around kids. And so these charges put his entire career and his life's work in jeopardy.
Wow.
And so luckily, through the grace of God, and shout out to his lawyer, I can't even name the lawyer, but, he was able to beat at least the charges for touching the kids because that was like super false. And there's another charge that's pending that I can't really get into, but, it is what it is. So to that point, that particular woman, and I wouldn't be shocked if she sees this or if my person sees this. She wasn't right from the beginning, and everybody told him, "Hey, this woman ain't shit." And I'm looking in the camera in case she see this. You know who I'm talking to, and I stand on that shit.
Damn, she might whoop your ass.
I mean, she kind of big too, but whatever.
I got a video.
She's got to make change out of easy money.
She ain't that big. She ain't that big.
I think
she finna make change out of easy money.
Hell yeah, no doctor beat the brakes off his ass. Go ahead.
So where I'm going with that is everybody told him, don't do this. This is a mistake. And we all saw the signs. Like she just wasn't shit from jump. And everybody told him. And while they were dating at one point, she got arrested and he's like trying to bail her out. And I'm like, why are you trying to bail this broad out? Walk away. So I say all of that to say it is possible for the woman to be ain't shit, but also for the man, like Uncle Jeff was saying, and We Ain't Signing was saying, you know, for the man to completely lower his defenses, not pay attention to the signs, and just be in love. And by the way, Jeff, she did have a big old booty. So, you know, to your point, sometimes we get blinded by the booty.
You're muted.
You muted.
Yeah, you muted. Yeah, I was trying. I didn't know if you.
Easy Money, are you in Chicago?
I'm not far from it.
Oh, you're not far from? Okay, about how far?
Ask me to say car.
Okay. Say car.
I'm gonna take the car to the stove.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, cool. Well then, bruh, look here. I know some people that will whoop her ass for an Italian Fiesta pizza with extra onions and sausage. And I'm talking about females. What I'm telling you is that I don't think a man should put his hands on a woman, but that don't mean you can't pay somebody. Some of these broads need their ass whooped by other broads. You need you need a broad to whoop your ass.
Oh, Jesus, have mercy.
Straight up, she need an ass.
I was gonna say what block she, because she's from Chicago. I was gonna say what block, but I ain't gonna. Like I said, it's still pending. This pending litigation. I ain't trying to get. I ain't trying to get anybody in trouble.
60th and Damon, and the niggas around that way. If you'd have done that to them, oh, they sisters would put some Vaseline on. Come see your ass.
Yeah, she's on the. I put it like this. Her neighborhood's on the. Oh, actually, no, it's on the other side of the Dan Ryan. So I'll leave it like that.
Okay, one of them crazy heifers over east.
Yeah.
Okay.
She gonna be eating a pizza, sit on her front front doorstep,
on your ass.
talking about some.
I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers.
Well,
you better believe it.
History has proven in Chicago over and over. Being scared ain't a requirement to get your ass whooped.
Now, Uncle Jeff, I want to bring something to your attention. This is my beautiful daughter behind me, y'all, so don't mind her.
Hey,
she give her something to drink. But anyway, I do want to say this, Uncle Jeff. What if you ran into this?
Okay. Well, first,
Fight back. Do you
Okay,
see what she did to that man, Uncle Jeff?
Oh,
That man
Molly
never
whopped
take
his.
it.
She mollywopped his ass.
Molly whopped the shit out of him.
Let's start here. Okay. I used to think that ass and stomach was a combo. Like they came together. Like if you want ass, you're gonna have to get stomach. Then as I got older, then as I'm from Chicago, nigga, that's a combo. It's like
That's
fries.
a number one or number two. That's a number one or number two.
However, as I travel the world and I got older, I found out that if you're patient, you can get ass a la carte. And now that I have had ass with no stomach, I can't turn back. I can't go back. You try you some ass with no stomach and see. So she out of my weight class. I used to dabble in the heavier weight classes, nigga. I'm from 60th and Damon. I like them with some ass on them. If you don't have an ass, you might as well have a dick. I like an ass.
That's wow.
Real talk.
That's
You got to admit that little buco for a second was kind of enticing.
Okay, no, that ain't my shit. I can't get it. I don't fuck around. Here's my point. Here's my real point. You asked me. Here's my real point.
Oh shit!
That wasn't the first time she put her hands on him.
Nope.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
There is no way to win an altercation with a woman. There isn't. And last I checked, there is no great American black woman shortage. The minute we get in the first argument louder than the radio, you're fired. You're fired. Why am I you? I want China. You are showing yourself to be a paper plate. I do not treat paper plates like China. My paper plates, when I'm done with them, I throw them out. You have taken yourself out of the China category with this funk stank ass behavior because somewhere you think that your place is in my face because you've seen your auntie's conflict resolution. But I guess it's because you don't know that there are 2 million more of you than there are me. I'm gonna put all of your shit in a box because I don't have to deal with this shit anymore at all. I am going to file a restraining order against you, and all of the shit in my house, in your house, that is mine, you can keep. I will leave this some bitch walking. America is the land of shit. I'll get more shit.
Uncle Jeff, I just got a phone call from that girl. She said her and her homegirls, she just sent a picture of her and her homegirl. She said, you keep talking this shit. Here they are.
I'll just fly over them. I'll fly over them with a bag of cheeseburgers. They'll have to make a decision.
They look like a fat tsunami. That's what they look like.
What?
You say you gonna do what? You got to do what?
Fly over them with a bag of cheeseburgers and just sprinkle them. I'm not worried about them big bro.
Like they some goddamn rock wallers.
Look, that we don't have to. And it's dudes that do that. It's dudes that, by the way, ladies, big girls. The dude that tell that dude that you ain't fat, you just thick. That dude that thicks you all the way to dialysis will not be there to wheel you into dialysis. I ain't never seen a big girl been with a man for 6 years. I don't know. I don't know hoes with good credit, and I don't know really big girls with long relationships. I don't. Niggas usually stay with them till they can get on their feet, and then they gone.
And then they out there.
That's right. Big girls used to be the ghetto cushion. Pay like she weigh. I'm gonna get my shit together, and then the minute I don't have to be sitting in public with you.
You only need the heat on. You just lay under them.
Yes,
but that was an ass whooping. That was a get out of my house ass whooping.
She slung that nigga like you sling the water hose when you done washing the car.
Bro,
she threw that dude. She fucking threw that motherfucker.
Here we go one time. Super chat.
Ooh. Ooh.
That is his fault though, because you know you had.
I would have shot the shit out of her ass. You don't throw me by my goddamn neck.
And guess what? And now you lose.
JT, if I saw her do it to you, I would have to get my shit together, boy, because I would be laughing so fucking hard, bro.
I couldn't come back on. I couldn't even come back on social media, dog.
JT,
like, nigga, shut up.
JT
but
just
you gonna
lay
whoop
there.
my ass like you whooped that big girl's ass.
Lay there and play dead.
You know what's for dinner in her house?
Sling you by
whatever
your
the fuck
throat.
she want. That's what's for dinner. You know where they going when they leave? Wherever the fuck she want to go.
Right. Exactly, bro.
But see, this is the thing I don't understand, right? I mean, bro, how the fuck you're 150, 60 pounds. She is 300. You got no business dating that broad. You got no business dating that broad.
Your weight class.
He needs somebody to pay him that. He needs to live with somebody.
She is
out in the
she
world
is three of those guys.
I mean, what's
That's not fair to say. Young man, you don't get to say that.
Oh,
you know, I never judge another man's freak. Okay, that's what that's his shit. That cheese, he like that. He like that. His dudes that be after that. That's why I don't feel sorry for them. There's a porn search for that. So somebody dig you. It's just not me.
Before I read the super chats, guys, I want to ask this question after we do the super chat. Y'all can answer it. Do you think the women that I just showed you, the abusive woman with the man, the woman who is coercing her daughter into that just stupid shit, do you think these women should be protected?
No.
So we're gonna read I'm gonna read these super chats and we'll get right back to it. All right, let's see what we got here. We got Hank right here with the 15 piece. He said, "Happy anniversary, man. Appreciate you, Hank, man. My brother.
Good man, Hank."
All right, we got What We Know podcast. JT said, "Happy anniversary to Mr. and Mrs. BMU. Love y'all, man. Love y'all too, brother. Appreciate you, man." We got Easy Money Jones in here with the $10. He said, "Enjoy Jamaica Black Mon Unfiltered." I appreciate that, brother. $10 super chat, man. Appreciate you. All right, we got my brother Marriage, Politics, and Sports in here. Mr. Payne said with the $10. He said, "Happy anniversary, BMU." We got the Quiet Storm in here. He said, "Support Black male media." And we got Gregory Scotland in here tonight. He says, let's see what he got in here. He says, "Crimson shows all the time on videos Black women that hate their children."
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let me give y'all a little something after this. We'll be right back.
Oh, let me slow it down. Rapping with the singing, I be singing. You can get it all free like welfare. Yeah. Back to the beginning. Know what I told ya. I got 2 degrees. Now I'm dumb rich. This sound like some 718 shit. The living weirdo on the same shit. Damien, let's go violinist.
Damon and Escobar. That boy is out. Oh boy.
Devin?
This is why Jay Speed and I were on Jay Prince's channel last night telling you guys to get physically fit, get in the gym. That should have never happened. That dude got his ass mollywopped by that woman. Right, I wouldn't help him at all. Hey, here's my thing. He deserved it for being so fucking lazy.
How about that?
He can't defend himself. Hold on. He can't. Hold on. He can't defend. Stop. He can't defend himself against a woman. Fuck you. I'm not helping you.
Mandro. What fucking weights are walking around at fucking 12 miles an hour? Like what 300-pound weights is walking around that big and can sling a nigga like a fucking whole.
What's he doing with her in the first place? No.
By his throat.
What's he doing with her in the first place? Nobody can think nothing better than that.
Hold on, Mandro.
You know how her food stamps card probably look like?
Yeah, I got something for Mandro.
That's his fault.
Bitch.
Exactly. That's what the guy was.
So
I'm not gonna hear. No. Here's the thing. Y'all are simps for feeling sorry for a bitch. That's what that dude was.
Come on, bro.
Okay. Now hold on. Hold on. We moving on. Let me say this. Do you think that those women, the woman that coerced her daughter to say her daddy molested her? Do you think these women are the women when we say protect all women? Do you?
Those women should be in prison. Black Men Unfiltered. That's obvious.
Right, but I'm asking everybody on the panel. So, do you think these women need to be protected? When
not
we say
those ones.
What the notion is protect all women, right?
Whose notion is that?
Oh, come on, man! Don't act like you haven't heard that, man.
It ain't mine.
It's for protect all women, right? If you
no. Here's the thing, because people like to twist my words and misconstrue what I say all the time. Let me make it abundantly clear. Some women do deserve protection, but it's all circumstantial. All circumstantial. It depends. If that woman is minding her business, someone snatches a purse and hits her in the face, yeah, protect that one. He's trying to rob her or whatever. But if she arguing with her dude, these days, you might want to leave that alone.
Yeah, I saw somebody
call the cops, or call at best call the cops.
I saw somebody posted on TikTok today a video of a man, and the title was "Protect All Women?" ? The woman punched the man in the face. The man grabbed his face, and when he turned around, he grabbed her by the throat and started choking her. The man came out of the store, and he only saw the man choking her. He didn't see what happened initially, and he went over to break it up, and the man got to his truck, pulled the gun out, and shot the man in his chest. And deleted the man.
That's too far.
Deleted the man. But you know what the bad part of the video was? At the end of the video, the officer said, this was he said this was horrible. This man tried to be a hero. He leaves. Those are the words that you don't want to hear. He leaves behind a wife, 3 sons, and a newborn daughter. This man lost his life.
I get it.
Over a complete stranger.
I get it. Here's the thing.
He did not know.
Here's the thing. You got a guy who's out of control like that, because here's the thing. He had time to cool off when he made his way to his truck to pull out that gun and delete somebody. He had time to cool off. So that guy who deleted the quote unquote hero, he needs to be spend life in prison. He don't need to be on the street.
No. You missed it. But when he was choking the girl, the guy ran out of the store, dropped his bag, and ran over and grabbed him by the throat and removed him.
Yeah, I mean, they're in a store. They're in a public place, dude.
Right.
How long is it going to take for the cops to get there? Where's the security? Where's the security?
When he removed him, he shot him. So I don't know if that man's gonna get off or not because it is self-defense. This man came out of nowhere and choked the fuck
That's
out of
not self-defense, man. That's
we'll see.
that's a complicated. Now that there it really is a complicated case. Because at what point is it self-defense? Now here's the thing.
You're right.
You were choking. Wait, you were
That's
what?
what state they were in, Florida.
Yeah, it's a toss-up. It's a toss-up.
That's a
Yeah, it
stand your
is.
ground
Because here's the thing. Yeah, it's a stand your ground. It's a stand your ground state. I get it. But here's the thing. On that one, and I'm speaking on moral grounds here. I understand the moral position of helping somebody out when they're in need. I get that. But the world is world's different now. I wish you could protect women, but you really got to take it on a case-by-case basis. If all you saw is this dude choking this woman, you ain't got to grab the dude nothing like that. Hey, use talk no jitsu or some shit. Try to calm that brother down, man, because you put your hands on him. If you're in a state like Florida, you might be in for it. Either you die, or if it goes to court, the state probably gonna blame you. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm no psychic, but I'm guarantee you, if he get off with stand your ground, him and that girl gonna end up back together, and that family just lost their daddy and their husband. You see what I'm saying?
This is what I'm saying. You got to take it on a case-by-case basis, man. It really is just that nuance. It ain't so black and white and blanketed.
Yeah,
because there are some there are some people out there, some women who do need help in certain circumstances. Other situations is like, hey,
man,
when
listen,
you don't know. But when you say case by case, though, when you say case by case, you don't know the whole case.
You don't know. You
That's
don't.
the point.
You
don't know what the case is.
Our pain. I'm not going to disagree with that. That's why you got to use your best judgment.
Yeah, the best judgment: get in my car, drive down the road, and call the police. That's it.
That's it. Mind your goddamn business.
Mind your goddamn business. I'm
okay.
Out. Cody said,
Fair
"Man,
enough."
protects trans." I don't know why he said that. Okay.
I don't know why he said that either.
I know exactly why. Yeah.
I don't
know why. You know why we're class? Okay, I understand.
Yeah,
I know. I mean, you need to tell me at some
Lady
point.
Navarre, I want to thank Lady Navarre for the cash app. Thank you so much, Lady Navarre. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, but yeah, this whole thing about
that's the super supporter. Shout out to Lady Navarre.
But my thing is this thing with
everybody.
This thing would protect all women. I'm like, no, you can't protect all of them. Some of them bring it on themselves. Some of them got it coming. You know what I'm saying? You can't have protection, but then take it for granted. Like that's no license for you to go out there and act a fool and do whatever you like. Because you got to think. You know what I'm saying?
You can't protect somebody that don't fucking listen, and make it public that they don't want to listen.
Exactly.
I used to tell chicks, I'm like, okay, listen. You go to a female police officer, go to a female military woman. Y'all females go ask another female security guard, police officer, or military personnel, and ask them, can they protect somebody that don't listen? The fucking Secret Service controls what the president is going to do. So what make you think you, as a person that's supposed to be protected by your boyfriend, husband, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do, and then somebody's supposed to just come run to the rescue? Nobody run around trying to protect you in transition willy-nilly. It's all of that stuff I just mentioned makes it impossible. Like transition is the most dangerous situation to protect anybody in because you're moving. You don't know who's going to come out which door, which car is set up to blow. Like it's so much stuff going on, but then you want to also be an asshole, do shit that you've seen on TV, be disrespectful, be a U.S. mother, which more than likely means you're an abuser and child neglector, because that's what y'all do. And I'm supposed to protect you. So what am I protecting? What's that for me? What am I protecting? For what? A person that's going to beat up a child, disrespect me, fuck up the economy, put us at risk, and then leave will have my shit? Nah, bitch, die.
Let me add this too. President Trump was on his way to that January 6th thing, and his Secret Service said, "No, you ain't going."
Yeah.
He was trying to give him direct orders. They said, "We're not driving you there."
Yeah.
You know, and that was one of the transcripts I read. So you can't have safety without control.
Yeah,
they don't have one of them Secret Service dudes.
They don't have the president don't have no control. They run that whole deal is them. Yeah. Secret Service run that entire show. We don't.
Yeah, that's true, and they have to. Otherwise, you have people making boneheaded choices like Trump tried to. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And so I want to play this next video, guys, for you guys, and we'll talk about it right after this. Over here we go.
Walmart or Amazon, No,
Why not?
because I never have, and so I never will.
Back on that bullshit again. Back on that bullshit.
So that's lowering your standards.
Yeah.
What the f you say? What type of dudes you like to date? No, we keep it up here. We talking all this.
I like entrepreneurs.
I don't believe that there is any explanation for this right here. I mean, you can go all over the world and not see nothing as bad as this right here.
What kind of entrepreneur?
Businessmen. I like businessmen.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Now, what the hell? Look, what you got against Dusty Rhodes, man?
That's my guy.
I don't have anything against Dusty, man.
What
That's
you
one of
got
my
against
favorites.
Dusty Rhodes, man?
That's the great American dream, baby.
Great American dream.
Yeah,
baby.
okay.
So what are you guys' thoughts on what she said? She said she wouldn't date a guy.
I hate her.
Somebody TV loud as hell.
I hate her.
It is. Yeah, somebody watching Gargoyles or something.
Shit.
But yeah, she said she's not dating a guy from Walmart or Amazon. She's not dating nobody like that. She want an entrepreneur, a businessman.
A nigga that sells the dime bags is an entrepreneur.
And a businessman.
That's what she's
Exactly.
talking about too.
Both of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're talking about. Like, can I ask a question? So when we start talking about standards and things like that, why do we show people like that
Exactly.
as being reflective of the changing of women's standards?
I could tell you why. I can tell you why, Easy Money. Because that's what they look like today.
No, they don't.
Bullshit.
Ooh,
What was you saying now?
I've worked in warehouses. I've worked in plants, and a lot of those dudes.
What year?
Last year.
Working both of them
Last year.
Nah.
On the south side. Oh, I wouldn't even.
They look like
my bad.
they look like how she dressed. All I mean is cute as her, but they look like how she dressed.
I'm not necessarily saying they look like her, but she's not representative of women. She's just representative of herself.
She is definitely representative of a generation.
She's conservative. She's
Easy
conservative
money.
compared to what's out there.
Yeah, right.
Easy Money.
Right,
There's a
exactly.
gentleman who passed away who had a YouTube channel.
Come on, Kevin.
And every night.
Come on.
Every single night. Because I was there. He had women who act just like her.
Every night.
Every night for the past
Every
3
night.
years.
Call in.
Okay.
So
Oh, poor baby.
So to say that she's a one-off is disingenuous, sir. Because at first, when I was sitting there, I thought, oh, he must be paying these people.
No one in my
to
family
show up.
knows who Kevin Samuels is.
It doesn't matter if your family knows him or not. It doesn't matter.
Okay, wait a minute. How about does
doesn't
anybody
matter.
in your family? I got a question. Does anybody in your family know who Iyanla Van Zant is?
Uh-huh.
Probably anyone over 50.
Okay, sure. Well, regardless
My
to
mom
that.
knows who she is because my mom loves Oprah.
Okay, well then allow me to introduce you to an episode of Fix My Life that is about a woman who told her daughters
Come on.
that her father
Yes,
molested
sir.
them
We watched this last week.
for years.
Yeah, man.
And
Easy Money was
Iyanla
on the panel,
brought her
bro.
to accountability, and she still would not come to it.
Why didn't you fight?
Iyanla would not have had her on the guest as a guest on her show if this was not a relevant problem, brother.
No, I got to push back on that. Like when we
Okay.
start talking about people on shows and whatnot, those are more of the outliers than the regular folks.
Stop
And
it,
the
Cal.
reason that I say that is because if you actually talk to regular people who are like married in relationships, that stuff's boring. That's not going to be good.
Okay,
TV.
well, do
Like,
you
if I
know
were to
any
bring
that
my
work
wife
for
up here and we
DCFS?
talk about what we do every day
you-
is boring. Nobody's going to watch that.
Okay, do you know any that work for DCFS?
Hold on.
I
Can we
know
pause
people
for
who
a
work for
second?
DCFS, yeah.
I need you to run this by him.
Can we rewind a little bit? Because you said something. The average married person today in America, the average person is not married.
Thank you.
Whoops.
What do you mean the
Easy
average
Money.
person
What
isn't
you tried
married?
to do? What you tried to
The
do? is
marriage
be
numbers
slick.
are smaller.
and move the goalpost.
more single.
Stop. What you tried to do was move the goalpost. We're not going to allow that, sir. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, sir.
How you supposed to look
When
at the
you
numbers? You supposed to turn paper
listen,
sideways?
when you introduce married people into the equation, it no longer pertains to what we were talking about because you tried to get away from from what I brought up about Kevin Samuels' show. You tried to dismiss it like one of these broads over here.
Oh shit! Strike one for Team Light Skin.
What sounds like this?
I'm a PhD.
Don't act like you don't remember that. Sir. Not only that, you're saying that you don't know who Kevin Samuels is. You know who Kevin Samuels knows that knows him? Nicki Minaj, E Online, a whole bunch of other people. Everybody in this space except you, sir. You mean
come on, Easy Money.
You have never.
Come on. You mean Team Light Skin? We can't take this now.
You have never seen an episode of Kevin Samuels. Stop the cap, bro. I can't let you slide, Easy Money. I can't let you slide,
no
bro.
one in my family knows who he is. I didn't say
We're not talking about your family. That is anecdotal evidence. We don't
Raise
allow
up
that
off
in
the
this court, sir.
translation. You can't let no light skin do
we
this
don't
to
allow
you.
anecdotal evidence.
We don't allow anecdotal
This
evidence,
nigga's
sir.
guilty. This nigga's guilty.
God.
Guilty.
Easy Money.
You can't do that, sir.
Did you see New Jack City? Easy Money.
You forgot where you were, sir.
Let me finish.
Okay, first off, I need to know if you've seen New Jack City.
Yes, I saw it.
Okay, you remember when Wesley Snipes stabbed Christopher Williams in the back of the hand?
Yeah.
Light skin died that day, and it ain't made a return. But tonight, it's about to come back because Lost in Translation is putting his foot in your innards right now. So I need you, man. I'm Team Dark Skin. I'm Team Dark Skin, man. I know I don't look like it, and I ain't mad. I love all brothers, but he about to light skin whoop your ass right now.
So Easy Money. So Easy Money. Are you a fan? Were you a fan of Kevin?
Absolutely not.
Why?
That's why he never heard of because he wasn't a fan.
I want to know why.
So the reason that number one, Kevin Samuels has absolutely no credibility. I find it difficult for. Let me finish.
Let him finish.
Let him finish.
I find it
difficult
to give any credibility or credence to a man talking about what high value men want when he was renting a room in a house and had a car that was leaking oil when he went viral. A man who had failed marriages and was talking about, high value this, high value that, money this, money that, and he borrowing money from YouTube creators to pay his phone bill.
Okay. Here's the thing. Even I got a ton of smoke for you, brother. Bring a lot of smoke.
Y'all get him. Y'all get him.
Go ahead and get this. I want you to get it all the way out.
I'm gonna take notes. I'm gonna take notes. This is like, you know how you play a video game and you have to do the last dude. Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah.
You know you play a video game and like in the fighting video games, you got to fight the last master. Okay, I'm gonna let all these dudes put it on you. And if you can defeat all of them, then I will give you the comments that come from the Sword of Light.
Easy.
I will easily cut your ass over there.
Black man.
I don't think you're gonna get past Lost in Translation and Mandrill. I don't think
Time out. Black man. Please let me respond to him after he's done. Please.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey man, is that your music?
Yeah, that's it. I'm playing the Kevin Samuels theme music in the background.
Yeah, but I don't know if they're gonna strike your shit.
No, that's good. I paid for it.
Oh, you can pay for it?
Okay.
Yeah, you can pay for it.
I own the rights to it. Oh, do you want
me to keep going with my dislike for Kevin Samuels?
Yeah, I want to hear you dislike Kevin Samuels. No. We need to hear this. Let him get it all the way out.
Fuck with that, black man. We might have to fuck with that.
Go ahead.
So
I'll take that.
I've seen the clips of him. I've seen the clips of him essentially advocating for domestic violence.
No, you didn't.
Oh, he did not.
Come on, stop, God, let him go. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I've seen those clips.
Okay.
Where he's quoting Sean Connery talking about women don't fear getting slapped by men anymore.
Okay.
Where he's talking about the man has a safe word, and if the woman's getting out of pocket, that he says this safe word, and if she don't say it, then he needs to give her a smack on the bottom. I saw that clip too.
Okay.
I'm not hearing a problem.
The fact that he's talking about high value men and he wasn't a high value man until the very end of his life. The fact that he advocated for men to pay for prostitutes, to take the Christmas parties for work, to get promotions. Like, come on, man. It lying on his resume talking about he's a chemical engineer and the man didn't even finish school. Come on, man.
Now, easy money. I know a lady that comes on my show regularly on my women's channel. She went to school with him and they graduated together in the same class. So he did graduate.
He did not.
You want me to call her right now? Want me to call her right now?
Okay.
Call her.
I call her, Rob. God, get on here right now. Shut that shit down. They
So
went to college. They went to college together.
No.
Easy money, you done
I
yet?
have one question. Hold on. I just have one
I
question
can
for
get
you.
her right now. Hold on.
Let me just ask you one question. How much you pay the investigator to spy on this nigga?
I didn't pay any. It's all online.
How the fuck do you know?
Right, because it's online. It has to be true, right?
It has to be true.
Get the fuck out of here.
He said it on his last.
Hold on.
Y'all got this. Y'all got this.
Hold on, talk about easy money. So Black Man just told you that he knows a woman who graduate with him, but you
Right
heard
now.
from some random ass
TJ.
people online,
TJ.
and you're gonna believe random ass people that you don't know, and an investigator you did not pay over a woman who physically knows this man.
And when he passed away, hold on. And when he passed away, she posted a picture of him and her at graduation together.
Was his degree present with his name on it, saying that he graduated?
Get out of here, man.
Oh,
You
come
didn't
on,
tell
man.
me 20 years ago he was gonna fake everything 20 years later about his degree.
No, they let you. You can walk across the stage and never graduate.
Let me know when y'all ready. Let me know if y'all still.
I'm not ready.
Y'all, let me know when you
can
want
have
this.
the credits to
finished.
walk, but not actually get a degree.
Let me know when you want this finished.
So easy money.
Easy
Let
money,
me
you
just
finish.
say this to you, brother. Easy money. Let me just say this to you, brother. Right now, what you're doing is you're practicing white supremacy. You are hating on another black man because you disagree with what he had to say. You, sir, are white supremacists. I'm done.
That's crazy.
Okay.
Uncle Jeff, go ahead.
That was lazy.
Okay.
We ain't signing.
I don't know. I don't know enough. Yeah, that's at this point. At this
Yeah,
point,
you're
easy
white
money.
supremacist. No, hold on. Time out. This is why you're white supremacist. If we clip everything you said about Kevin Samuels and we put that next to a KKK member, you're saying the exact same shit.
That's
not
not
legal. Accurate.
I know Klan members. That's not how they would talk about the black.
I bet you
He said he knows Klan members.
I done left that out. I done left that part out.
No.
Gentlemen.
That's a good thing to say.
Gentlemen,
West, man, they out
Hold
here.
on.
let me know when you're ready.
You'll be ready.
Let
in 1
me
minute.
know when you're ready.
Let me break it down, right? Because this man just said that he was dusty and broke, meaning that
That's
a
not
black
what I
man.
said.
Well, whatever. You said
Quote
that
me-
he
no, you
didn't
can't say
have money.
whatever. Quote me right.
You said. Okay, I'll quote you right. You say he did not have money. Talking about being a high value man. Is that a correct quote?
I said he did not qualify to be a high value man by his own metrics.
Okay, so fine.
That is
He
not
did
what
not
you
qualify-
said.
Yeah,
That's
he
not
did.
what
No,
he
no,
said.
it's fine. It's
What
fine.
did I
You
say?
Doesn't matter. That's
You-
what
you
he
said
meant.
that-
He was
Okay,
not
fine.
a high value
He
man.
said he was borrowing
Okay,
money
fine,
to pay his
fine.
phone bill. and
So
then he
you're.
had-
I'm
you
just
said-
waiting my
you
turn,
said
black
that-
man. I'm gonna eat all this shit
Hold
the
on.
fuck up. Keep going.
You just said that. Fine. You just said that he did not qualify to be a high value man by his own metrics.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So check this out, right? So we're going to ignore all the hard work that he put in, right, to build his channel. We're going to ignore all the sacrifices he had to do to build his channel, right? We're just going to ignore all that. We're going to ignore the come up. We're going to ignore the journey. Correct?
No.
Correct? We're gonna ignore
No.
that.
No.
But that's
No.
how you're coming off. That's your
No.
message.
When did I say that his come up in his channel wasn't nothing? When did I say that?
You really
Never
didn't
said
have
that.
nothing
You
to
said
say.
that.
You just
said
said
that
that.
moment.
But go
You
ahead.
have plenty to say.
No, you
We
said
gonna
that
we
the
gonna
moment.
discuss some of it.
You said
The
you
question,
said that.
if
I'm
we're
fucking
going back, the question was, why didn't I like the guy? So why would I sit here and say,
No.
I don't like
That's-
him?
that's not what we said, sir.
That don't make any
Time out. You entitled to not like the guy, but what you're not entitled to is to besmirch a man that has helped so many people.
Sure
What
he
is
is.
one thing that you learned from him that you've applied in your life that has helped you get a woman?
Well, I'm already elite. I'm not high.
No.
I'm elite.
He helped so many people. He helped you.
Right.
What is one thing you learned from him that you have applied to your life to help you get a woman?
No, but let me say it this way. I would say he has helped millions of young men.
Nothing. Okay,
He
cool.
didn't ask about millions of young men. He asked about you.
Bro. No.
Let me explain something to you.
He didn't ask about millions of black men. He asked about you.
Hold on.
So is pro woman, but go ahead.
I'm going to land it here because I had my shit already together before I heard of Kevin Samuels, right? So I was married.
How about that?
Whatever. I already had my shit.
Fucking that.
So I can't say me personally because I'm already married. All right, that's why. All right, I'm done.
Easy money. First of all, stop. First of all, we're not going to use straw man arguments. Okay, that doesn't work here.
What straw man argument?
As far as having him to help men find women, that was not his mission.
Well,
you understand what I'm saying?
Wait. I was told
stop. You had your opportunity to talk. You had your opportunity to talk. Hush.
Easy money, you being disrespectful, Doc.
You had your opportunity to talk, sir. Now, at the beginning, you said your whole family don't know who Kevin Samuels was.
Nope.
But for somebody who don't know who Kevin Samuels was, you sure know a lot about him. You understand what I'm saying? So when I asked you a direct question, you tried to be dismissive. Okay? We don't do that here. We handle things straight up. Okay? I'm gonna talk to you straight up. You talk to me straight up. Now let me ask you a question.
Let's stop right there, real quick, and just refereeing. That's called a lie by omission.
Correct.
You omitted the fact that you know chapter and verse why you don't like him, just to emphasize that your family doesn't. We don't do that here. Keep going.
So can I clarify that?
No, you can't.
I'm not
no,
finished.
You can't.
I'm not finished. You already
yet.
started. I'm not finished. Now let me ask you a question, Easy Money.
Yeah.
Is it better to have more knowledge of a topic or less knowledge of a topic?
Depends on the topic.
No, it doesn't. That's universal. Answer the question. Yes or no.
On the topic.
No, it does not. Yes or no. Yes or no.
On the topic.
No, it does not.
Depends on the topic.
Easy Money. We're not going to display
if you know
feminine traits on this
you want to know more about that or less about that? Lost.
No. Is it better to know more about a subject or less about a subject?
Depends.
No, it does not.
It never depends.
Now, mind you,
it never depends.
Now, mind you,
Lost in translation's turn. Go ahead, Lost in translation.
Now, mind you, this is coming from the same person who I asked a few weeks ago, why did you choose your wife? And you sat here quietly as if you didn't know. Okay.
Oh shit.
But now you have smoke for Kevin.
Happened.
But now
that's exactly what happened.
That's
exactly what happened. I was here for that. That's exactly what happened. You had
no
clue when they asked you why you chose your wife or why you love your wife. You had no idea. You never thought. You never put thought into it.
Easy, man. You was like Ralph Craft, man.
Me and our pain was up here. Lost in Translation was here, and so was JT.
Hold on, man. Dre, let him finish. Go ahead, Lost in Translation. I'm gonna let everybody go ahead.
Now, let me ask you a question. When you were hired on your job and they asked you, did you do what you said you do on your resume? Did you lie?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
So that means the more you have on your resume, the more qualified you were for the job. Is that correct?
Depends.
No, it doesn't. Your company does not hire you on depends, sir.
Stop. Easy money. Come on, bro. We made it.
Easy money. Let me explain something to you.
Hold on. Let me referee this here. Okay, I just got to referee.
Yeah.
Here's why you're out of bounds. Because if you're a professional at all, if your resume isn't big enough, you do something called padding it. Everybody here know about padding a resume.
Correct.
So you are trying to high hurdle his question. I'm going to have to ask you this one just to get to where he's going. Is padding a resume a benefit to get a job, that provided that the individual doesn't know that you're padding it, that you're giving them this to? Yes or no?
In that specific instance, yes.
And that's exactly what he meant. Keep going.
But that's
Now.
not that.
Go ahead, Lost. Go ahead, Lost. That's what he meant.
Now.
I cleared it up for you. That's what he
Now,
meant. Keep
with
going.
with that being said, Easy Money, you said that you have not seen any of Kevin's stuff, so that means you're not qualified to speak on
Wait,
him.
who said that?
You did. Don't make me run the tape back.
He never said he didn't see his stuff.
Yeah.
He never
I'm
said
like, wait, when did I say that?
He never said that. No, he
You know
didn't.
how I
No.
know? Listen,
I think
you
he
know
said
how I
his
know?
family
No,
did.
He said his family.
Time out.
No.
He said his family did it. He didn't say he did.
It
He
don't
didn't say
matter.
he didn't.
Listen,
That's where the
let me
lie
explain
by
something. This is
omission
how I
came.
know. This is how I know he didn't see it, because I was there. Black Man Unfiltered, I don't think he knows that I was Kevin's moderator. So when people come to this platform lying, I know when you're lying.
Oh shit.
I've been his moderator for 3 years.
Oh
I
shit. On
sat
a
there
stick.
every night moderating the chat and listening to what he was saying.
Sick in here.
So when people come in here and lie on Kevin,
Shit, they shoot.
I got something for you.
Where's
Because
the lie?
he never said any of that. And I was there
What part?
every single night.
What
Any
part?
of it. Anything that you can make up, the stuff that you said is crap other women made up because they were mad because they didn't fit the demographics for the men who wanted the women, the men that they wanted that didn't want them.
So do you want me to?
So in
to
other
put
words,
the-
in other
you want
words,
me to
you're
put it in the
quoting.
back chat, the
Listen,
domestic
no,
violence
stop.
stuff?
What you're doing is you're quoting from
Do it.
liars.
All right, give me a second.
You're quoting
How
from.
about that?
Whatever. I
How
already had my
about fucking that?
You're quoting from liars, sir.
I will
And,
get, I'll
if,
drop
if,
it in
and,
the
if,
back chat.
and my thing is this: if you're quoting from liars, Easy Money, that destroys your own credibility going forward. So that means anything that
You
comes
should
out
be
of your mouth,
citing
we are
references
going
right now.
to question it. We are going to
I'm
question
grabbing it right now.
everything that comes out of your mouth.
I'm grabbing it right now. Give me a sec. I'm putting it in the back chat.
No,
Y'all let me know.
I want you to go to Kevin's channel and find it. Don't give me
I'm
something
dropping
that
it in
somebody
the
else
back
said.
chat. I'm dropping it in the back chat.
So I remember Kevin, and one of those situations you talk about. I remember Kevin talking about what was it? Oh, I used to talk about it all the time when he talked about the whole banana thing, or the word what is it? It was domestic something. It wasn't domestic violence.
Discipline.
There you go.
Domestic discipline.
When a woman agrees with a man, if she gets out of line, he can handle her physically. That is actually something that people do, and it's not against the law. When the police pull up and the neighbor call the police, the wife will say, "Hey, listen, this is an agreement that my husband and I have, and we do domestic discipline here. So if I get out of line, he can handle me physically. He can
I just dropped that Sean Connery quote in that's the second link there. The first
Okay,
link
your
is
Sean
from-
Connery quote. What is the Sean Connery quote? What is it? What are you talking about?
He said, "Women don't fear a slap from men." I just dropped that in the back
I don't
chat.
understand how
Boy,
that's made.
let me tell you something. I'm not gonna let you get away with this. That is not from Kevin Samuels. That is from somebody else's channel. We're not gonna do that, sir.
Kevin
I
Samuels.
told
Okay,
you.
wait a minute,
No,
hold on. No, now you're
I
moving
told
the
you.
goalposts.
I told
I
you to
saw that
find
too.
on Kevin's channel where he said that from his
You're
own mouth,
moving the goalposts.
from his channel.
You're
I'm
moving
not
the
moving
goalposts.
anything.
Brother Law, excuse me, Brother Law. If let's watch what let's let him give his references. I'm just itching to get at this because nobody really is getting at what I think is the point.
Right.
Now,
Uncle Jeff, go ahead, cook, man. Hey, Lost in Translation, you good?
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Okay, go ahead, Uncle Jeff.
Yeah. Number one, let me say that I'm an absolutely, you and I are on opposite sides of the fence. I am an absolutely avid Kevin Samuels fan. I don't think he could have came. I think he came and went as he was supposed to. He came and went as he was supposed to because we are right in the beginning of something called the dawning of the age of Aquarius, where all will be known. So when you tell me, let's run through some of your faults. A, buy prostitutes to take to parties. I am going to assume, and tell me I'm wrong, that whatever you do, if it's entrepreneurial, it doesn't involve millionaires yet. And if it's not entrepreneurial, it certainly doesn't involve any millionaires at all.
I've kicked it with billionaires and millionaires. So what are we talking about, Uncle Jeff?
What we are talking about is a level, an echelon of
Holy Mr.
business. we're talking about something. If I could go back in time, I would kick the young 22-year-old Jeff Brown in the throat, and no karate shit. I would just stand up on a chair and wait till he was coming around the corner and just kick him right in the fucking throat. And while he was trying to get his breath, I would tell him, 1, move to Vegas, 2, drive trucks, 3, buy real estate, 4, buy pussy, and 5, adopt kids. If you do all of those things, you will be a multimillionaire in 15 years with no child support threat, and you will be able to keep all of your assets. And I would be in the company of kings. You had your turn. We ain't signing. Hold on. Sit tight. I would be in the company of kings. This is a common practice, and amongst the millionaires that I know, and I won't drop their names, plenty of them do what the common man cannot get out of the way of, because he think he's supposed to get his pussy with his ego. He think you're supposed to mac you down. You're supposed to see him and want to fuck him. No. Kings, those who think higher, want to deplete their sperm count without reproducing. And they want to do it with the highest quality female possible. Men who think like that are impressed by other men who think like that. And those men are the ones with the real bread that don't blink on spending your yearly salary on golf time. Those dudes think like that. So I understand why that may be out of your reach, but it is the oldest profession in the world. And no matter how much you don't like buying pussy, selling pussy, those who buy or sell pussy, bad news, brother. Pussy sales is in the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, the Egyptian Book of the Dead. They've been selling pussy for as long as they've been buying it. Mm-hmm. And for this very reason. So right there, Kevin is not wrong. At age 35, a woman reaches high-risk pregnancy. If you have spent your time, and this is where, let's debate some of this, because these are the things you have a problem with, right? Mm-hmm. If you have spent your time, your precious time on your career, congratulations, that's fair. But you are not going to have the same experience, which none of us should really be chasing. We are chasing a middle class that not even the white man can hold on to anymore. Anyway, yeah. If you spend your time in alpha male energy, Stella got her groove back in your way all the way up. There's a price to pay for that. You don't get to be the mama in Love and Basketball. You don't. You can't have both of those. And that's all he's saying is pick. Freezing your eggs, trying to cheat Father Time, trying to high hurdle the dude you're supposed to be with. Another thing he has said is that if you are over 45 with a lot of money, a man that's over 45 with a lot of money, all he wants from you is your niece's Instagram, because what it took for you to get that money repulses him. I don't know what of that you disagree with. And with regard to, and because of those things, I need to bundle up all the things that you say about his lack of credibility, about what he didn't do and what he didn't have, and put that in the so what the fucko box. I don't give a fuck. Let's just pretend he had a GED and he really had a diploma from Dutson Trucking School. Let's pretend that. Okay. Let's pretend that he was living out of a U-Haul. Let's pretend that. Was he wrong? Did he not?
There
spark?
we go. That's
about some of the things, yes.
No, he was wrong about some of the things. And I'm going to give you all of those things that you say he was wrong about. He was right about enough to be a messenger. Yep. A messenger does not have to be perfect. If you want perfect people, brother, I suggest you blow your fucking brains out, because they're on the other side. The rest of us are flawed.
Yeah.
All of us are flawed. And if this is how, brother, this is how dark forces, this is why you came here tonight, brother, to get this right here. If you continue to judge, to be a gift horse orthodontist. If you continue to judge where your wisdom is, dark forces will always put it right where your hypocrisy is. Dark forces will always put wisdom right where you won't look. Your blessings will be put where you won't look. Because you are being right now what is called a cubic thinker. Let me take you on this road. Let's talk about a little math for a second. A square is a four-sided object with 90 degrees on either side, even sides. Square thinkers think like this. I saw it on the internet, it's true. Hey, I'm gonna do the next challenge. One-dimensional. Cube thinkers, a cube is a three-dimensional representation of a square. It's got 8 sides. The problem with a cube is when information comes in, the cube thinker makes a decision about it and does not let anything in or out. Kevin Samuels is dishonest, so fuck him. So fuck his wisdom. Well, if you're a tesseract thinker, a tesseract is an 8-dimensional representation of a cube. We are tesseract thinkers. Here's what a tesseract thinker does. He takes the words of the obviously wise, the obviously foolish, the obviously afraid, the obviously stupid, the obviously courageous, the obviously on point, the obviously crazy. And he looks through all of those words and he takes the wisdom out where all the square and cube thinkers get fucked up, and he can throw the rest away. And that is what makes him wise. And you, because you are willing to throw away what he was right about because of what he is wrong about, are condemned until you change your thinking from this point forward to be a cube thinker. And I'm cool with it. I just recognize you. I think like a tesseract. I can't get down like that. So from this point forward, until you flip open and become a tesseract, because I believe you can, but you got to get rid of them scars you got. You got some scars with us, bruh. And I'm going to apologize for the niggas that did you wrong. It's some niggas did you wrong in gym class. It's some girls that did you wrong at the dance. It's some shit that done you wrong. And I'm sorry for them. I'm sorry. You're going to have to get past them scars and flip open and think like a tesseract so that you can see the shit he was right about instead of picking up and throwing it away. Because you know what you make yourself? You make yourself an easy pawn. I know I can get you to vote the way I want you to vote, and buy the way I want you to buy, and drink the way I want you to drink, and drive the way I want you to drive, because you are a cubic thinker. And all I have to do is set up some commercials to make you think a thing, and you'll whip it around in your head, take a couple of ideas out of it, and that's fucking that. You will never be able to look at a car loan and say, you know what? A car loan is a depreciating liability, and I'll never get ahead. It's mathematically formulated against me. You'll never be able to look at a car commercial and say that because you are a cube thinker right now. And I don't think it's terminal because you are very smart. You know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. You know exactly that you have been toucheed and you need to flip your brain open. Any thoughts you have and anything you want to say back, brother, I am done.
I got plenty back, actually.
Sure.
No, hold on. You should not have plenty back. You shouldn't, because
I got plenty.
You should not. I mean, because if you have hold on. If you have plenty back, you're just proving his point that you are a one-dimensional thinker. My thing is this, dude. The guy,
three-dimensional thinker.
I did not agree with everything Kevin Samuel said.
For the next battle.
But I recognize that he was right about 98% of the stuff. He was correct about 98%. Now his background and his credentials, fair enough, whatever. But like Uncle Geoff said, was he correct? Uncle Jeff, yeah. Was he correct? Yes, he was. And I agree with like 98% of what that guy says. Yeah. He opened the door and introduced people to a whole nother world. People didn't know what high value men thought. Women didn't know how to get those guys, and he gave the women game on how to get them. Only if we Simon lives in that world of high value. Only the women who know about that area
come on,
get into those doors.
And you know what, man, I don't mean to cut you off, but watch this though. Even when women, I hear women, I heard my aunt say this, and she built like a 4-wheel drive 1964 Ford Bronco, but she had this to say. She said, I don't like Kevin. Why you don't like him, Monty? Because he always judging women to my 1 to 10. I say, first of all, you don't listen to context. Kevin never said that. He asked them on a scale from 1 to 10, what do you give yourself? He never said you a 10, you a 9, he said, what do you give yourself? And the women would reply back and say, he said you can use any number but 7, 9. Right? And then one woman came on there, and you got to be honest. See, Kevin was saying what all the men wanted to say and all the shit that the other women won't say. Right? All the other women will say, girl, you so fucking bad, you fine motherfucker, look at you, sex ass. But no, and when he told that girl that night, ma'am, you're built like Emmett Smith, you're bigger than me, you can hit the A gap like a motherfucker. He was not playing, he was serious. You want a man that's making millions of dollars a year. He asked her, how much should a man make a year for you to want to be with him? She said he got to at least be making $800 to $1 million a year. He said, ma'am, you think a man making that kind of money gonna be with you and you built like a running back? What I'm like Uncle Jeff. How was that wrong for him to tell the truth? He told the truth. There ain't no millionaire finna be with that big old woman.
No, I don't see
it. About that?
I am. No, I know. Let's be real. Let's be real sure. Let's be real sure. Let's put it where you let's see. That's the issue here, fellas. Okay. Easy Money does not like his suits off the rack. He like them custom made, and I'm just the tailor. You will never see a so-so looking woman with a very rich man unless she was there before the money.
Exactly.
Or unless the money comes from her side.
Right.
When the rich man gets some bread, you try to tell me he gonna drive the best cars, drink the best wine, smoke the best cigars, fly in the best private planes, and he gonna get a hard 6 on New Year's Eve to be seen with?
Mark Zuckerberg.
She came before the money.
No. She came before the money, brother. And I tell you what,
she came
thank you
before
so
the money.
much. No, guys, don't get upset. Whenever you hear an answer to something obvious, this is called a search for the exception. And all the exception does is prove the
That's
rule.
not the exception. He's rich. Y'all say
No,
rich.
here's how it's an exception. I'll answer that for you, young man. I'm gonna try to answer it. I'm trying to answer it. Here's how it's an exception. Line up 50 more men that got money like him. And will you let me cut your dick off if his woman ain't the least finest?
Wait, let me make sure I understand your question.
His
So you're
dick on
saying
the line now,
go
boy.
rich-
Your dick is on the line.
You said 50 rich men?
It's 50 men with more than $800 million.
Wait.
Mark
rich
Zuckerberg is one of them. The other 49 were all billionaires before they met the woman they with. You're telling me.
Can I add something here? Wait.
Sure.
We're going crazy. Listen, brother. Listen. Easy Money. Whenever you see the average looking woman with an successful or hypersexual man, they have met in college because Melinda Gates, they have met.
She don't look like the strippers he hired.
Mackenzie Scott knew Jeff Bezos before the money.
She don't look like the strippers he hired.
Mark Zuckerberg and his wife met at Harvard, right?
She don't look like the strippers he hired.
Most of them, because I'll give it to you. Most successful men do have 6s as wives. Most do. But those type of men have met their women at elite institutions that they went to. They met before the money.
Okay.
That is fact.
Hold on. We ain't signing. Real quick.
Here's
Real
the
quick.
point. Here's the whole point. Easy Money. Here's the whole point.
You're walking into my trap, but keep going.
Boy,
No, I'm gonna stomp you to death. I'm gonna stomp you. I'm gonna stomp your trap in the center.
I want you to stomp him to death. But watch this, Uncle Jeff. Real quick, I'm gonna add something you could just cook. I'm gonna quote something Kevin Samuel said one late night. Kevin Samuel said, "If you don't believe that these men want different type of women who look good, who get them into doors, and who are 9s and 10s. He said, tell me when you went to a 5-star restaurant. He said, go sit outside a 5-star restaurant in a 5-star hotel, and you tell me how many Lamborghinis and Ferraris are pulling up with 300-pound women getting out of them.
There's
And
not, but
There's no women coming out of those
but
Lambos.
there's not, but the point is that most hyper successful men, their wives are just so looking. They're not Victoria's Secret models. But again, they did meet before the money has happened. Like Mackenzie Scott, Melinda Gates, right? They all met like when they were at Duke or Harvard or Princeton, wherever, right? But it's before the money.
It lost takeover for me.
Do
I
you
gotta
know
go.
why? Do you know
you.
why most NBA players, most NFL players, and most athletes and most entertainers are with incredibly good-looking women? It is because if you throw a grenade around them, you're going to kill 6 9s. They have to search for average-looking women.
You sure about that?
Yes.
Did
yes,
you just hear what
I
this
am
man said
dead
he came
fucking
from?
sure. I know. Look, man. Look up Jeff Brown. I'm trying to tell you the kind of dudes that I have spent time with.
I did my research. Don't worry.
Okay, then. Well, if you've done your research, then I don't know why you could ask me. Am I sure?
Okay.
I am trying to tell you, when a celebrity pulls into town, whatever town it is, it's like somebody says, "Attention, all the bad loose bitches in town. I want you to get backstage and fight each other to the death for an opportunity to do something lewd with this celebrity." The baddest ones, the baddies, the ones that treat regular dudes like wet food stamps are fighting each other to get to these dudes.
So Jeff, so with that, right? So with your expertise, with all the touring that you've done over the last 30 years, and shout out on a spectacular career. I was unaware until today, my brother. You've had a hell of a journey.
It's not over,
stint. So shout out. Seriously, like I'm really saluting you for real.
Thank you.
Like no bullshit.
Thank you.
All right, now I'm getting back on my bullshit. So
okay.
So to that point, right?
Yeah.
The bus pulls up, right?
Yeah.
The entertainer gets out, does his thing, gets on the bus, goes back to the hotel, right? Who are those women actually messing with? Who are those women actually messing with? Those 9s and 10s who show up backstage. Who are they with?
Money.
Who did they end up getting nasty with?
Whoever wants to.
Not the entertainer.
Whoever wants to.
It's not the entertainer.
Wait a minute.
Whoa,
bro. You are making no point at all. I have no idea what point. I don't.
Easy,
okay.
we're going to sit you down,
here's let me see if okay. I'm gonna explain how it goes when I've seen it.
Mm-hmm.
Over and over and over and over. Bus pulls in town.
Mm-hmm.
The promoter who has comp tickets. Whoever the broad is that he trying to get.
Real quick, on the bus. Who's on the bus?
Easy money. Let him finish, man. You know already put the dumb question out there.
I'm making a point here. Who's on the bus?
Depends whose bus. It's different. The Kenny G or are you talking about the Up in Smoke tour with Snoop?
Up in Smoke.
Or are you talking about Shaka Khan's bus? Are you talking about Prince's bus? Earth, Wind and Fire's bus? Whose bus?
Earth, Wind and Fire does private planes to their shows, but
bro, I was on a 40 city tour with Earth, Wind and Fire. This should be very interesting.
Yeah.
Later, I don't want you to tell me everything you know about Earth, Wind and Fire.
Easy money. I think you should just bend the knee, sir.
You should just sit still for this.
You should bend the knee, sir.
I'm not wrong.
You should come on, bro.
Hold on, y'all. We ain't. Come on, man.
I'm not here for that. I'm trying to get through this.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because at the end of the day, no matter what you say, he's dug in, right? So we can just move on.
Yeah.
No. Hear me out. Because at the end of the day, right? Well, at least what I said is correct, right? If you see a 6 or 5 with a hyper successful man, she was there and she met him at college, right? Now, when you're talking about these 9s and 10s, because we're talking about entertainment, that's a whole nother thing. Which Kevin Samuel says entertainers don't count. He
or
said
athletes.
That or athletes. Well, that's
right.
sports entertainment, right? Sports entertainment,
right?
He specifically talked about that. What Kevin Samuels was talking about is the world that I come from. corporate Ivy League America. Now, when we talk about corporate Ivy League America, VP suites and higher, he is correct. Right? And that's why you're going to these entertainment, because entertainment is different. Because the girls that are 9 and 10, they're sleeping with other good-looking men who are 9 and 10. Because at the end of the day, it's not about your money. Women are attracted to who they're attracted to. There's tons of women that will marry a rich man and still sleep with the pool boy, right? So whatever, right? Shout out to Steve Harvey. So it doesn't matter. But the point that Kevin Samuels was trying to make was that telling these women that in their current state, they don't qualify for what they wanted. He did not say you cannot get it. He just simply said, in your current state, you do not qualify what you are asking for. That was it, bro. That means that if you did not go to an Ivy League school, it's going to be hard for you to get one of the guys that are on Wall Street. If you're over 50 pounds, it's going to be hard for you to get a guy who's the vice president at Lehman Brothers. If you have a child or two, it's going to be hard to get the regional director of Walmart.
Yeah.
These are not unreasonable things.
Baby mamas don't get to go to Martha's Vineyard.
Right. The regional director, hear me out. The regional director at Walmart makes about $170,000 a year managing one region or city, whatever. If he is a single man, she does not qualify if she has a child. And if she has 2 children by 2 different baby daddies, then you don't qualify for that. That's what he's saying, bro.
There's no such thing as qualifying for a person, and I push back.
That's bullshit, man. What are you talking about?
Our pain. This is a conversation I actually wanted to have with you about the sexual marketplace value.
Easy money.
You're embarrassing your wife, son.
Can I explain the sexual marketplace value to you right now? Let me explain it to you, Easy Money.
Come on, Jeff, explain it to him.
Let me explain it to you. I'm a 58-year-old plant-based prior service Marine that can give you 30 push-ups right now. Mm-hmm. If we are both single, I have a higher sexual value marketplace than you. More women want to fuck me than want to fuck you. Period. That's okay. Sexual marketplace value.
That's your
opinion.
The
difference between you and Idris Elba, yes?
That's your opinion.
No. Okay, fine. Do you think you look more like Idris Elba or Lil Rel?
Hey, you're like the 10th person to tell me I look like Lil Rel.
Maybe we know what we're talking about. Now, in comparison, thank you. In comparison to Idris Elba, is Lil Rel a sex symbol?
To somebody.
That's beautiful.
Oh my fucking God!
No, guys, God damn it! Wait, that is the perfect answer. Do you guys? Why do you? Okay, gentlemen, here's a chance for everybody to learn and grow.
Move on.
Whenever, and it's a horrible trait in a man. You cannot build a bridge or drop a bomb on time with this wishy-washy shit here. But whenever an individual runs from the obvious answer, whatever the fuck comes out of their filth hole is on your side. For him to rush and find this dude, where are you? I guess you're going to Papua New Guinea to find a woman who will fuck Lil Rel over Idris Elba. But that's who you're talking about. And for you to have to talk about that woman proves my point. That didn't upset me at all. That was exactly what I was expecting.
No, but the point is that we're not.
Brother, here's the point. You are willfully obstinate, Easy Money. You don't want to look at logic. You don't. If you can put yourself on the level of Idris Elba,
that's not what I do.
You are who the hookers are waiting on.
That's not what I do.
You have spent so much money on titties that ain't yours.
Let's move on. Let's
cut it down.
When did I say I was
cut it down a notch? You know what? This whole thing started with Easy saying that a woman doesn't have to qualify for a guy. And you know why that's not true? Because when you put a woman through the vetting process, that's exactly what she has to do. It's exactly what she has to do.
Can we move on? Because I mean, he already showed no matter
what. Where you want to go? We ain't.
Can we get back to the topic? Real quick before we move on.
Back to the topic.
Real quick before we move on. There's like 3 things I'm disappointed in. Number 1,
we don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was about to say that.
I don't care what you got to say. You can go
yeah. I know. I gotta agree with him. Your disappointment is in a big bag of what the fuck. I don't know if we care.
Because
you know
here's my
and we're moving on to the next topic. That we've already talked about this boat is sailed. As the temporary host,
let's move on.
As the temporary host, we are going to move on to the next topic.
None of us give a fuck. Let's go.
And that is the problem.
Yes, it's a problem, and it's going to remain a problem. We're moving on. We don't give a fuck about what's on your mind.
And this is the problem with this space.
We're moving on.
Well, unglue your ass from that seat. It's who here is twisting your arm to be here? Is anybody making? Does somebody owe him some fucking money? If you don't like what we're saying, get the fuck out.
To leave, they'll stay.
How about that? How about fucking that? Barbershop talk, right? If you the only nigga in the barbershop swimming upstream with bullshit like this here, you lucky if Dinky the dope man don't pull his shit on you. If you don't like what we saying, bruh, and we are this far off,
I didn't like what you
stop
said.
torturing yourself since we are so wrong about all this shit. Do you have anything better to do with your Friday?
Where did I say you were wrong?
Easy money.
You said, oh, now you don't know what you said. I was wrong, dude. You're arguing like an auntie right now. Men argue on a drag strip. The one at the end with the most facts wins. Women argue on an oval dirt track. First one run out of gas loses. And that's what you're doing here. And we are done talking about your shit. Now,
hold on here. Is it the barbershop? Is it the barbershop? Yes, it's the barbershop. Well, I mean, we can't talk straight in the barbershop. Then where can we talk straight? We can't talk straight nowhere else. You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation. That's all I got to tell you. Hold the fuck down. It ain't nobody exempt in the barbershop. You know that. Ain't nobody exempt. You can talk about whoever and whatever, whenever you want to in the barbershop.
I did want to add something though.
Come on, JT.
I didn't want to add nothing. I didn't want to add nothing to that. I actually wanted to add something to the video with the young lady being delusional.
Come on.
Okay, so evidently she is absolutely one of those ones that's probably about 25, something like that. And what she was doing was being very delusional. Now, this is what I want to say. Rest in peace to my man, Kevin Samuels. However, there has been an evolve in the conversation on many platforms, right? And if you guys actually want to see what delusion really looks like in real time, then you need to talk to, or you need to go on some of these panels, man, with these young guys that are actually talking to these young women up front. I'm not even going to talk about Fresh and Fit. It turned into a clown show after a year and a half. But I can say you got the wrap-up crew. You have Crew Season. You also have what's that? The dude that look like Black Man. You have played some of his shit one time. Heavyset dude. The name of the crew is called Ugly Money, right? You have to hear these women in real time, the way that they look at relationships, the way that they look at men, and the way that they look at themselves. We don't have to be on here. That's why I definitely got to go on here and do my platform the way I used to do it with the video reactions and stuff like that, because I'm 50. You ain't gonna have a whole bunch of drama coming from me. I've been on a road to righteousness for a very long time. However, I still keep my ear to the streets. And like I said, guys, look at the wrap-up crew when they're talking to these women, these young women from the age of 19 all the way up to 35, and hear what they're thinking about men. Hear what they're thinking about other women. It's gonna fuck you up when you find out that, damn, 90% of these women they went to being bisexual or gay. And they don't mind being with a gay man. They don't mind, not worrying about having a family. You know how they refer to men? Niggas. I don't care what color they are. They refer to all these men as niggas. What do you think they refer to themselves as?
Bitches and bros.
Bitches
and bros.
Bro.
Because they call each other bros. Women calling each other bros.
Yes. We don't have to think, we don't have to sit back and go with all these different theories. It's right in front of us, people. This shit is right in front of us. I take at the time because I kept, it was very hard, and sometimes it is hard for me to stomach some of this shit. That rap shit, I can't stomach it. I ain't gonna never be able to stomach it. And you don't have to watch that shit no more. It is what it is. It has taken a plummet. Right now, until they come back to some shit that's really real, I'm not really fucking with that type of hip hop. I'm gonna keep listening to my old school.
My man.
But when we're talking about real life, they're right in front of us. I'm talking about these guys, man. These guys are anywhere from the age of 22 to 30 years old, and they're putting these women right in front of us, exposing their behavior right in front of us. We don't have to sit back and argue about this shit no more. It's not a conspiracy. Kevin Samuel was a 50, he died at 53? He was an over 50-year-old man. He was looking at the world in an observatory state. He was observing these things, and he was given a contribution, period. Whether you like him, you hate him, or whatever, the man did something that actually raised motherfuckers' antennas. I don't care how you look at it. He raised the fucking antennas. Yeah. He had people talking about not just him, but his talking points.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
listen,
when we're talking about
one of the things he did, JT,
go ahead, bro. Yeah.
One of the things he did was he normalized the conversation. He compared apples to apples by asking like 5 or 6 simple questions from a wide variety of ladies.
Yes.
So he was providing data to the community based on their answers.
From the age of 18
that was
to the age of 50 or 60.
Right. Regardless of whether you liked him or not. When you do that, that was scientific. If I ask 100 or 50 or whatever, 3 years worth of women, the same 5 or 6 questions, the answers they give becomes data. It's data, and it's statistically relevant because he asked so many random women. They didn't know each other. So I thought that was the thing that fascinated me about how he moved. And whether you liked him or his personality or all that data is irrefutable.
Yes.
So I mean, there it goes. The women just told on themselves. There's a lot of delusion out there. And that's why we still talk about Kevin Samuels now. The guy made a mark.
He made an impact.
Yeah.
Like him, love him, hate him. And it sparked for people to have other conversations, right? Or to have a platform. A lot of people don't like Kendra G, but she exposed a lot of the bullshit that we talk about. That's actual data. You could go right now and you can get a random Kendra G video and you can make some content. I've done it. You go on What We Know podcast, you will see. We've done it. I've been had the whole BMU click on there, and we've all done it. And you hear some of the shit that you be like, God damn, we can't refute it. It's right in front of us. And one of the things that we all can agree on is that the United States is in trouble when it comes down to relationships, y'all. It's basically what it is. We're in some fucking trouble. And as the generations grow and grow and grow, they learn less and less and less about where they come from. It's that whole concept of being further and further away from God. Whether you are religious or not, I don't care. If you can be an atheist all you want, you cannot refute that there is a God. there's some bullshit if you say that you can't. There's no way that you can make that shit goddamn even comparable to say there is not a God. Yeah, if you looking at it from the way the motherfucker wrote it in a goddamn fairy tale or how a motherfucker told you, but if you actually understand that there's universal shit that you just can't stop. You can't explain a goddamn hurricane. You can't explain a goddamn fire that's burning for 6 and 7 goddamn months. And you ain't got nobody that can put that fire out. That's a hierarchy, y'all.
Jeff, you got next.
Go ahead, Jeff. Bro.
All right, brother. There's room for all of us to be right. This shit is so fucked up.
No doubt.
I gotta push back just a little bit, bro. Just a little bit. Number one, and I'm with you. I believe in God. I've just fired King James as his publicist. I don't as a matter of fact, shameless plug, y'all, I invite you this Sunday. I am the pastor of the First Church of Holy Shit. Somebody fucked up and told me God was everywhere. So I pray from right here, save me 10%. I never miss a game. And I invite you to save 10% on your soul insurance by switching to Don't Go and come on in here, fire up your favorite weed. We're going to do some cussing. We're going to do some crying. We're going to talk about motherfuckers and put them in their place. And we're going to talk about God for real. Now, with that said, I got to push back with regard to who we is, brother. Okay. Number one, everybody ain't going to make it. We are tonight discussing the masses of those who will not. We can't reach everybody, but I'm telling you that it's a group of young people that are not with the games, that love old hip hop and love jazz and look to learn and look to be together and are looking for solutions. And they ain't voting, they ain't marching, they ain't protesting. They are the real deal. And when whatever comes that finds these Jasper ass shade tree house coons electric sliding in FEMA camps, whatever finds that is going to wipe out most of what you're discussing. And brother, you are right. It is biblical. It is not about whether or not I believe in a God, brother. These are Nostradamus predictions. Again, in all these books, the Torah, the Quran, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, the writings of the Mayans, the writings of the Incas, all line up to this shit happening now. The 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are going to fucking ride. And when they do, they're going to sweep foolishness smooth the hell out the way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you think. If I like to say the universe has removed the safety net. You're going to have to walk the tightrope for real now. You don't get the fuck up like you did. And for those of you on the Bible side, we've all heard, surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever. We've all heard that phrase. Well, I don't have anything to back this up other than what I'm seeing. It is my belief that the Most High has left his goodness on the earth, but he is just about taking all of his mercy. Soon he will leave no mercy. Not suffering fools no more. Fuck your rent money off and see what happened. Not suffering fools no more. Break your arm. Where you going? Hospital? Keep eating like you eating. Keep feeding your body the poison when you know better. He ain't suffering that no more. And only those who live, and I hate that I'm not talking on no Hoda the Boko Sha bullshit. I'm talking about those who live righteous. Not holy, righteous.
Mm-hmm.
Do what the fuck you know you're supposed to do. Clan up. Get those people who are like you. Every man on here, find 9 men who think like you and get the fuck ready. That will be blessed. And in that circle, I bet you ain't gonna get in the JT circle with that bullshit we just saw. You're not. Because him and them other 9 niggas is not having it. They're not having it. That's where we are, and we are there right fucking now. Not 2 weeks from now, tonight, gentlemen. That is the only safeguard against this. Is your righteousness, and an aversion to foolishness. That's it. Nothing else gonna save you.
We ain't signing. You got next.
All right, appreciate it. So this is what I see. I see the relationship and relationship to protection, kind of a symbiotic relationship, right? Because your protection is going to come from your community and the man that you marry inside of that community. No woman deserves random protection by a random citizen. That's what the police is for. That's what public service is for. That's where your tax dollars go to. And if women want additional protection, then she needs to place herself in the necessary communities that is going to protect her, i.e., her husband, i.e., different, parent teacher conference, whatever, where you're going to have respectable men that are married to respectable women. That's going to have additional protection for you, right? Because there's high level protection, low level protection. But this random shit, that is called the police, ladies and gentlemen. Now, when we're talking about, where we are as far as, the end times and things like that. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, America's an aging population. People are not having children. Even the black community is below replacement level, right? 70% of children are born out of wedlock. So we're officially a nation of bastards, right? Generation Alpha is officially a bastardized nation. So what fruit can come from a nation that are full of bastards? So at the end of the day, the men who have, the means, the wit to move on, America has seen its heyday and it's gone. So that's why we have.
Come on, young brother. Come on.
That's why we have the passport bros, man. We're seeing the end of white supremacy, right? All the governments, BRICS government says, you know what, white man, fuck you, and the horse you came in on. Everybody's leaving the dollar, right? And so as the financial goes, white supremacy goes. So we can't even lean on the white man no more because the white man can't get his shit together. And his bitch is the fastest growing single baby mama thing in America right now.
Cook,
so
young
he is
man.
all
Cook,
he is
young
all
man.
the way fucked up right now. So to the white men are listening, welcome to the back of the bus. Smooches, bitches. And I'm gonna land my plane here. I'm gonna land my plane here. To all the brothers who can, passport bros, and we up and we out. And I'll land it there. Well, I'm flying off there.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Come on, R-Pain. I know you want some of that.
He came in this motherfucker shooting with all kind of shit. Boy.
And listen, man, I agree with everything the brother just said. I mean, in terms of protection, just to get back on point, I don't believe anybody deserves somebody to sacrifice their lives, especially since we know a great deal of the sisters, they can't stand black men. They only want us when they need us. And there's enough women out there who wouldn't fit that category, but they don't really identify themselves easy enough because they circle the wagons around all the ratchet hoes, right? And they just do, and there's a few, like Jeff, when you said that on the other Trigger Mike show about, the women who are speaking out and the women who follow them, that's a good way of trying to find out who these women are who think differently. And they're starting to crop up. And so, but right now, just a random man protecting a random woman puts his life and everything he worked for in danger. We know people carrying guns everywhere. You don't know the whole story. So just like Mandrell said, it's case by case, but you don't know the case. When you come in, you don't know what started or precipitated the action. You just see a woman getting beat. But, that might be the same woman who says, you know what, I don't need a man. I don't care what any man says. They're arguing with men readily on the street, strangers, putting themselves in danger. And then we had this panel talking about the same subject, And so we said you can't have safety and you can't have protection without control. And every single woman to a woman said, I don't want you to control me. I just want you to do what I say. You know, they hate the word control, and we got to use wordsmithing to understand that control means that you gotta face some simple truths. You can't walk around the street with your ass out and your titties wagging and think that people are going to respect you like a wife or give you any kind of respect when you're not refined. You know, and it's just, and there's a whole lot of women I think they understand better, but they're trying so hard to bend men to their will that they just, like Mr. Lecko said, they're like children. They're like fucking children. You know, on that. It's just hard to get past it. So I know I'll sacrifice myself for my wife and my daughters, immediate family of women that I know, but just some random chick out there, knowing that she probably was 2 minutes before I got there yelling and spitting in the guy's face and saying shit to him, maybe even to put her hands on him. No, I'm not getting in the middle of that. I'm just not. I'll call a cop, but that's it.
Hey, R-Pain, what if you did do some shit like that, and not only did you know that the woman was still with that man, but that woman wasn't a woman?
Well, yeah, half you guys be out there protecting transvestite women. You know, the guys are tranny, man.
Oh, that's your fault. That's your fault, because I always look at hands and Adam's apple and feet. You ain't getting no operations done on your feet. That's a man.
You ain't getting none on your feet.
I do have a video.
Size 19 pumps. If you don't get the hell on.
I do have a video about is it real or is it Memorex? If you ever looked at those commercials from way back when.
Right.
And I have a woman and a transvestite woman. And if I didn't tell you which one was which, you couldn't tell the difference.
Well, that's just
you know you old school. You said transvestite. That's just like me coming out there calling somebody a bulldagger.
Yeah, I like bulldagger. I think we should bring bulldagger back.
We need to bring bulldagger back.
Those people, you know.
The bulldagger.
That's actually an old school mispronounced term. The official term is bull dyke. Which is to say the masculine of them. And I don't care. And that's what's so funny is I don't care how much plaid you wear, what breed of dog you have, or what color your Bronco is. It still takes 4 of you to move a couch. You're not us. You're just not.
Well, that's me, man. I landed there, man. It's a tough topic, but it's only going to get worse, man. And chicks like Carly Russell, a chick like this Somali
chick, yeah,
they don't help. They don't help.
No doubt.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Mandrell, you done?
No, he's gone.
He gone. I kind of.
No, I'm here.
Oh, I just.
Mandrell, what you got on it, man?
On what?
The topic.
Oh, I see him right there in the middle.
Oh, the topic is as far as protect yourself, listen.
Yeah, protecting the random strange women.
It's dangerous these days. It really is. You know what I mean? To stick your neck out and help somebody. Like I said, that's why for me, it should be circumstantial. It depends on what's going on. If one of them crazy white boys welcome to another grocery store, or he's beating up on a woman, I mean, come on now, fellas. You know what I'm saying? Again, it depends. But like Wayne Son said, that actually is what 911 for. You know, these days you got to call the police instead of just doing it for randoms. I've said this before, that you should help a woman who's being beaten up or who is in need. But my position has kind of changed from that in light of new evidence. You know, it's far too dangerous. Like when the person doing the help gets attacked by the victim, what the hell are we doing now?
Right.
You feel me? There's women who attack guys who try to help them. So it's like, okay, if that's the point, and it's a bag of cash. You never know which one you're gonna get. You never know how the woman's gonna react. You know what I mean? It could be a woman who attacks you. Could get bit. So now you're getting jumped by the woman and the dude. You know what I'm saying? So
and probably getting robbed.
You're right. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's a situation. Like I said, I don't know if you was here, JT. I said my point of view has changed on this because you and I've had conversations, and I've said before, come on, fellas, if a woman's in need, come on, help her out. Thus and so, right? It's just too dangerous now, and it's to the point where it cannot be denied. I cannot deny this. It is far too dangerous for you to stick your neck out for another person, especially when, like I said, the victim jumps on you too. So now you got to deal with her and the guy.
My uncle died like that.
Right. So it's exactly. So you know, Jeff. You know what I'm saying? You have a family member that you lost that way. So
big case in Chicago in the 70s.
Right. See, for me, take it on a case by case basis. Either way, be careful. Be careful. And listen, my thing is, if you don't absolutely have to, then don't.
Let me ask you a question though. Is it more prevalent that you will see?
Are y'all telling us that if you are not related to us, if you are not dating us, if you're not having some sort of physical relationship to us, if you don't find us attractive, if you don't find us polite enough, kind enough, quiet enough, that our lives are not worth protecting? Is that what you're telling us? Is that the precedent you're setting?
Yes. The same way women will say, you're not my family, you're not someone I'm romantically involved with, you're not tall enough, handsome enough, rich enough, smart enough. I don't owe you a smile. I don't owe you words of encouragement. I don't owe you respect. I don't owe you any kind of gratitude. Men will hold the doors open for women and they won't even say thank you because I don't know you. The same way when you see a man down on his luck, you judge and laugh instead of offering him words of encouragement, speaking life into him. Why should I do that? That's a stranger. Things that don't cost you anything, you will not give to a man that you don't know, you don't want. But y'all expect these men who don't know you, don't owe you anything, and they have their own families at home that they need to get back to. Y'all expect those men to lay their life on the line for you when y'all can't even give them a hi, smile, or a thank you. Oh, okay.
That part.
Yeah. But let me ask the question. Is it way more prevalent that you will see a man beating on a woman, or is it more prevalent that you will see a gang of girls beating up on one or two girls? Which one is more prevalent today?
A bunch of women ganging up on that one or two girls.
That's what we're talking about now. We're not talking about, ain't it funny how they can change the narrative as if you just got a bunch of men that just going out here and beating the shit out of women versus right now, what do you see videos of? A bunch of women scrapping. A bunch of goddamn women scrapping. You know why you don't see a whole bunch of men scrapping no more on videos? Because we ain't in competition for that shit. You see it randomly now. You know why? Because most of these young dudes, they ain't fighting. They shooting.
They shooting. Yeah.
So when we talking about this assault thing and protecting women and all that, we got to protect them from themselves. That's what you see now. You go, look, I'm not a clubber or none of that shit no more. I'm not a person that hang out and lauder and goddamn on the block and all that shit. I'm way older than that. So I'm not going to see none of that shit anyway. If I randomly see a woman getting attacked by a man, the chances of me doing some type of intervening, whether it's call 911, whether it's, you know what I'm saying, if I have to assess the situation, but come on, man, we ain't talking about some man whooping on a goddamn woman. We talking about a bunch of goddamn women in Walmart scrapping. And if you in the vicinity, chances of your ass getting mace is very high. Because everybody got goddamn mace and a damn taser now. So they ain't just fighting with their bare hands. That's why we call them hyenas.
Nah, I mean, much like everybody else on the panel, you do got to be careful out here. Jeff, you actually brought up something that a repressed memory from back in the day. My cousin actually got called to help a woman walked into a setup, bullet in the back of the head, and then they burned up the apartment. So to your point, you do have to be very careful and cautious of when and where you decide to help, even if you know the person, let alone if it's stranger danger. So to that point, safety is paramount. And if there's a way, I think Mandrell said it, and I think Arpain said it, like if it's not something that I even feel is safe for me to get involved in, yeah, I'm calling the police or security or somebody else and let them handle it, because that's what they get paid to do.
That's what's up.
Jeff, what you got on it?
Number one, we have to gauge what we find to be our security levels. Okay, security level 1, my wife, my mother-in-law, the women in my family, my loved ones. Those are the women I'm willing to die for. Regardless to who the woman is, the black woman is, if I can make heads or tails of the event, and it ain't some skanky ass heifer that deserve her ass beat, I'm not gonna see a white man put his hands on no black woman. I just don't know if I could do that.
I was just about to ask you that.
I can't. Bruh, I don't
I was
know.
just about to ask you that.
You not finna do that. But back on the subject, with regard to ratchet women who are not getting what they said they didn't want, what you are watching is a grand answer from the universe, sisters. Whenever you say something in your mouth or mind, the universe says, as you wish. And millions of you have said, I don't need no man. And the universe has answered back times millions, as you wish. Your man will not defend you now. As you wish, as you have earned. Your man does not respect you now. As you wish, you have convinced your man that he is obsolete to you. So he is acting universally in accordance with your wishes. You have cast this spell. And those of you who do not, with your words and your behavior, come fully complicit to us with none of your stank ass shit. Stank is not your birthright, sister. Unless and until you come hat in hand. None of this here. You know, every time you do that, you close your third eye. You know that, right? You cut off your blessings. Every time you call somebody boo-boo, dear, or any other term of endearment that you don't mean, you are cursing yourself. You're going to have to, here's what it is. Here's what scares the fuck out of black women in America. I've been to many, many countries. I've stepped on every continent, brothers, and I'm not lying to you. I'll just start with Brazil, because more of us were dropped off there than here. Do you know what Brazilian women have on American black women?
What?
They're nice. They're nice. Oh, that, and they set all the 8s and below adrift every Sunday morning in boats with supplies, because there's just 9s and 10s.
That's what's saying.
And the men there don't give a fuck about it, because beauty is canceled by all the beauty. So they have to adhere to their ladylike standards. This is why a janitor will date a female surgeon there, and they'll get married, because they ain't on this bullshit. They nice. And that's what you're going to have to be to get us back, sisters. You're going to have to get in conversations and go, wow, I didn't see it that way. How can we help from this end? I've never heard that from you. All I ever hear is me too. It the men do it too. Depends. I can say the same thing. What about that? And none of
Not
it helps.
all women.
Not all women. None of that helps you. None of those answers help you. And you gonna figure it out, but it got to get hotter for you. It ain't hot enough yet. You just feeling the first pinch of the man being gone. Wait till the wolves come. I'm done.
JT over there frozen, man.
Am I?
I put you to
Damn.
sleep, nigga.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, JT.
Oh yeah. I've been having issues today with this damn camera.
JC, let me ask you something, man.
Yes, sir.
I know we were talking about if a sister was getting her hat handed to her. What if it was a white woman? Would you jump in and help her out? If she was getting beat up by a brother?
Yeah, I don't have no. If I'm gonna help somebody, I'm gonna help somebody. I don't have it's kind of like that thing where when you just jump into action. You know what I'm saying? If it's in you, it's just in you. I don't discriminate that way. If somebody's getting assaulted, if it's not fair, if it's not right, no, I'm gonna do what I need to do to go ahead and at least, like I said, you have to understand where you at first and foremost.
Right.
But for the most part, I'm just old school, so I'm one of the ones where if some shit going down, I'm springing into action, bro. You know how I get to a point that, hindsight, you probably be like, damn, I shouldn't have did that. That's probably me. If I'm in a situation, because it's just, shit don't happen every day. But if I'm right there, and it catches me, I'm not gonna bitch up. I ain't never been that type of dude. So, if I have to run for cover or something like that because of gunshots, that's what I'm gonna do. If I'm gonna look and I'm seeing somebody being assaulted,
right,
I'm gonna spring into action. That's just what it is. It's kind of like the same way that if you see somebody fall, and they might be falling at a heart attack or whatever, you're gonna go and assess the situation. You're gonna try to help that person. Just sad that this world is at a point now where it scares people. People are rightfully scared where they don't want to make a sudden, move right now just because of the things that they've seen already.
Right.
But yeah, it wouldn't matter if it was a white woman or a black woman or a Chinese or fat, skinny.
Ratchet.
If I see a human being, I don't know if they ratchet. Now, if I'm looking right at their ass and I'm seeing them talking shit and somebody hit him in the face with a
You
brick,
putting yourself in no nonsense.
I'm in the car. I'm in the car anyway. I ain't paying attention to that shit. I'm getting in the car and I'm going to point B. That's where I'm heading to. I look at it on the news if it's come on the news or some shit like that.
I tell you another one. Okay. What do you tell a woman with two black eyes? Nothing.
Nothing. You told her
Somebody's
twice.
already tried to tell her twice. I am not getting into no domestic shit. When you see if it's a black dude with a white woman, well, that's some bullshit to do in public. But usually that nigga right
you
there.
You already know what's coming.
Yeah.
Right? That's some crazy Charles right there, beat up a white woman in public. But if you are getting your ass beat by your man in public, that ain't the first time. You don't get the shit slapped out of you the first time in the parking lot of the store. That's not how that goes. So what I'm getting in front of is the way two people relate to each other. Okay. When he say he don't want no bip bop bip mayonnaise on his bop bip bop sandwich, that's exactly what the bop bip he means. And that's how y'all communicate. You ever notice how you do that in a family? And then when they get back together, you the enemy?
No doubt.
You're supposed to be because they're a union. And anything that comes against that union, and you've already come against the man, even though it's on her behalf, is an enemy of that state.
Yeah.
An enemy of that mind state. So stay from behind enemy lines. Don't fuck with that shit. Don't.
Normally, when the dude is in the right, you would hear something that goes a little something like this. I told you to leave me.
I
the
done said
fuck
now.
alone. It follows with that.
And
Now,
I
if he
made the
throw
cake.
it, once
Have
he
y'all-
do that, and he done threw it through the goddamn the glass window of the passenger door in their car. And he
Have
said, I
y'all
told
seen
you to
that
leave me
one of the
fuck
big
alone.
lesbian?
Hey.
This big lesbian chick with her hair braided. She keep dealing with this brother. Look up, black dude slaps lesbian. He keep going. She keep getting in his face. He gone, girl, gone. Gone now. I mean, giving her way more choices than he gave anybody on this panel. Well, gone. No, I want it. This dude takes one hand at about 15%, phasers on stun. You can tell he didn't put no meat on it. And mauls her, yeah, and her ass goes sliding across the grass. Now, girl, stop it. Stop, girl, I'm trying. No, he trying to cross the street. And this chick picking up shit off the ground. He finally had to put one on her because she just wouldn't stop. The respect for us has gotten to that level. And all you deal with, brothers, is women who are on that level. If they ain't, bruh, let whatever's coming burn them. Let them fucking burn. It's some shit coming. And bruh,
I'm watching it right now. He slapped her ass into a split.
Okay. Is it like a big dude? Like a heavy set dude? And like the girl got break, man. He begging her, go.
She's got the big ass shorts on.
And if you, this is not an open indictment. Again, we already know that don't mean you can't pay somebody. This is not open season on women.
No, hell no.
This is about getting back to before we used to treat hoes like nice girls and nice girls like hoes. That's how they really got confused. Is we the ones really did that. But this is about being able to identify the women who are worthy, and they usually are not that hard to identify.
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Damn. That's why this is the thing, and you are absolutely right, because you have someone that'll take this platform and they will sit back and say that they are okay and beating on women and all that. And they know that's not true. They know it's not true. But there's a time, man, where we have to really, really start getting to a point where men can't be scared of women. And right now you have too many goddamn men that are scared of women. They're scared to even call the cops on them, scared to defend themselves against them and all these different things. This is why you have, and the damn, just like what you just said, Unc, the damn disrespect that we got. It's like, hold up.
Master
We
Jedi.
already understand. People understand. They do understand. When you smack the shit out their ass, they will really understand it. But we have a stupid ass era right now where they don't think the consequences are warranted.
Then why this is if you are in an altercation with a woman that gets physical, you black man have failed.
Yeah,
You have failed by 15 minutes. You have failed. Any woman
Why
that
are you
is going
still
to
there?
push you to violence, there should be no such thing as having to deal with this, because your freedom is on the line. Your life is on the line.
Yeah,
for
why
her
are you still there?
foolishness.
Yes,
Brother,
yes.
there is no black woman shortage. Ditch this shit. Just go. I don't give a fuck what it. Sleep in the park, nigga. God is bigger than what you in. He's
What they
bigger
say,
than what
sleep
you
on the
in.
roof. Shit, I
Sleep
don't
on
know.
the bruh.
The hot tin roof, baby.
You do not have to take this shit. What are
You
you
have to
doing?
separate yourself. You have to separate yourself.
Right. Right. Black Dave, what you got for us in the background? I know we got one more video. Let's see what we got. Roll it.
Don't fuck with him.
Did I do that?
Do you hear me? He touched you?
We already saw that.
That's the wrong one. The other one.
Black David just woke up. Black David?
Come on, Black David.
I checked everything. That's the last one. So the one you
last one,
the last one forward. I couldn't recognize it because he didn't label it.
Well, that'll work, man. Well, we're gonna wrap this thing up, man. We're gonna give final thoughts. We're gonna start with R Payne in the bottom. We're gonna work our way to Mandrell, JT, and then we're gonna end it on Jeff.
Hey, well, another interesting conversation.
Hey, in the bottom. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Black.
Can y'all hear me?
Turn your monitors down. Turn your monitors
You're on
down.
delay, Black man. You're on a delay. We can hear you like 3 times.
That's because his monitors are up. You got a speaker up.
Yeah, I want to say something real quick, man. Hey, listen, man, I'm looking forward to getting back after the week, but I wanted to say that this week coming up, we got some good shows next Friday. JT already talked about it, but next Friday the show is Why Are Black Men Scared of Black Women? That's next Barbershop next Friday. And then on Tuesday, we're going to have another great show on Tuesday talking about expectations. Are we doing too much? So we'll have some great leaders on those shows. Possibly you'll see Lost in Translation space next week. And also, guys, I would love for you guys to come back for Barbershop next week as well, especially you, Uncle Jeff. You showed out tonight. But thank you, everybody, man. And I'm leaving out in the morning. I'll see y'all in 7 days, my brothers.
All right, man. On the plane, my brother. No earthquake.
Have a good one. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Come on, R Payne.
That's
What
what's
you got
up,
for
Black
us, sir?
Hey, listen, man. Nothing profound. I like what we talked about tonight. It's unfortunate that we got to this space with our ladies, but chickens are coming home to roost. I think they're getting the message. They don't like the message, but I think that's
EMU, Texas earthquake, cut it out.
But I think they understand the message that's being delivered to them. They've been asking for certain things. They've been telling us what they think about us for a very long time, and people are just starting to say, "Okay, I hear you. It's just time to move on." Whether it's passport bros, whether guys are starting to swirl, whether guys are just staying unmarried, or whatever it is, it's a privilege for a man to ask a woman to marry. It's an absolute privilege. And there's going to be so many women who will never get that privilege just to be asked. Doesn't matter whether they say yes or no. They're going to be a whole lot saying, "Man, nobody thought enough about me to ask me to be their wife." Right? And they're gonna feel some kind of way about that. And some of it is well deserved. And for other ones, they're just a victim of the environment that the hyenas created. So let me just land it there.
Thank you, R Payne.
Oh.
Thank you for coming out. Mandrell.
Drelly.
Come on, Drelly.
Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Yeah. Final thoughts, man. We're gonna wrap this thing up, let you do your thing.
Final thoughts. It's too dangerous these days to help random strangers in certain situations. So keep your eye on a swivel. If you're gonna help, man, good luck. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But for the most part, mind your business. They don't pay to help people anymore these days, and it's people's own fault. It's a damn shame, in my opinion, that it's that way. But that's the situation we're in. You get me, fellas? So that's why I say take it on a case-by-case basis. If someone's getting beat to death, all right, take your chances. But at the same time, think about this. You don't know why that person's getting beat up in the first place. You feel me?
Right.
It might be the villain that's getting beat to death. You know what I'm saying? And the victim just got one over on him and switch it around. Now you're helping the victim get taken out. So you don't know. It's just it don't pay to help people, man. Just like Jeff's uncle. You know what I'm saying? Take his case, his situation. It's unfortunate. It really is. Because I think people do need help. I think we should look out for each other and stuff like that. But we can't. We don't put ourselves in a position to where we can. That's the thing. We got nobody else to blame but ourselves. I'm talking about humanity, like people.
Right.
You know what I mean? So That's my final thoughts, man. And yeah, that lady on the video, I like to say this about that. She was wrong. It has nothing to do with her, the way women look or how fit, feminine, and friendly they are. The reason why we're saying nope, don't save them. It's a safety issue. It really is. I'll save an ugly woman if I can, same as I would a pretty one.
Really?
Hey, bro, I'm just damn, Jeff.
Really? I could have resist. I could it was right there. That's low hanging fruit. I had to take it. I apologize. That was just easy. That's a layup, bro. That was you put it right here, bro. I just jumped over it. Yeah, it was right there.
It was right. It was. You're right about that.
Okay, you just put it right.
Man, tell the people where they can find you, man, before you go.
You can find me here on Black Man Unfiltered Network Wednesday nights, most of the time with my sister. My sister and I have a show here called Unapologetic. And I also have my own YouTube channel. I'm going to be doing a live stream Friday with Jay Speed. I'm going to have to reschedule the one with World Class. World Class is going to be the next live stream I do after that. But Jay Speed and I will be talking about his daily diet habits and nutrition habits. So, I mean, it's all about health, fitness, and diet and stuff like that nowadays. And we're giving you the truth. All this BS you see, white noise you hear on YouTube, yeah, I'm clearing all that stuff up over there. So check me out over there. It's called The Big Picture. And see you there, hopefully.
Thank you, Mandrell. All right, tell the people where they can find you, man.
Well, you can find me on my channel, Marriage, Politics, and Sports. I have a lot of videos on there. You know, it's me just thinking out loud on the virtual, in the virtual space. But my thumbnails tell all the stories. So I cover marriage issues, politics, sports. You know, I have. I'm on my third video about blacks need to divest from the Democratic Party. Okay. This one had an eye on New York City. I did one with an eye on Chicago. And you know, one of the videos that I have is the 10 steps to vetting and courting a woman for marriage. I think it's some of it, you know, it's more steps than that, but I think I covered some basic ones, whether you're secular or non-secular. And then I have one that I like that I thought was pretty good. I say that the promiscuity of women shape the energy in the sexual marketplace.
Wow.
You know, and then I go through the theory of why I say that, you know, and I actually even use an equation, you know, so I think it's pretty cool because I believe that men, whether you're a saint or a sinner, and I'm going to be quick on this, saint or a sinner, want to get married or just want to smash, all men have a constant demand for sex.
Absolutely.
It's almost a universal constant at the beginning of man, just like the universal constant is the speed of light in the theory of relativity. The more mass you have times the speed of light squared equals energy. The more promiscuous your women are in a given area times the man's constant demand for sex determines the energy and chaos in the sexual marketplace. And I'll stand by it. I'll talk about that. Because where you find an area where the women are more reserved, the marketplace for sex is not as chaotic. So, you know, so I try to explore that in that video.
Yeah, we got to check that out, man.
Anyway, so that's where marriage, politics, and sports. I'm there. I mean, you know, I just, you know, like me, retired, I've had to find something to do. So I got into these damn YouTube spaces besides just looking at my stock portfolio, take a dive and go this way and that way. Actually, it's not doing that bad, but still. You know, so this is fun for me. You know, so one day I'm going to start going live and just have some fun, man, you know, and just start talking, chatting it up.
Right.
I have enough ammunition on my channel to do a lot of live videos. Sure. Just talking about what I put out there already.
Okay, good. Appreciate it, Arthur. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you for mentioning that.
My pleasure. JT, final thoughts.
JT don't need to speak. Anyway, Jeff, I've seen you around. I've seen you around, Jeff. My first time sharing the panel with you, and it has been an absolute pleasure. I gotta say that.
Whatever, Mandrell.
JT, why are you still stuck on it? Like, is it just me, or is he just frozen? Look at it.
I'm frozen, bro.
He's frozen.
And I'm not gonna touch it.
I'm saying, JT, get that shit in there under control, man.
He looked like these porch monkeys don't know what the fuck they talking about.
Yeah, that's what you look like. Like he's touching everybody else
He
right
like
there.
these fucking goons here. I can't wait to get off of here. I lost a bet.
Hey man, like always, I always have great conversations with you brothers, man. Uncle Jeff, man, you know it's a pleasure, bro.
Oh,
You
wow, that's
are
brave.
you are still in my category, one of the funniest men I love. When you get on here, man, I'm telling you,
That's what's up.
I had to take some of your jokes, dog. Sometimes should have came in the Cadillac, should have came in the Chevy. That one when you was
Oh yeah, when you're speaking in tongues, yeah, man.
when you speaking in tongues and stuff.
Come on.
So
Yeah, man.
I've been in this YouTube space, man, even being creative for a couple of years, but I've mostly been really studying how to actually get myself out here and really get, you know, myself heard, you know what I'm saying, articulating my thoughts and everything like that. And I really thank a lot of you brothers, man, on here. Lost in Translation, dog, you just a smooth ass dude, dog, for real.
Thank you, sir.
For real. I hear how you guys how your delivery is, and trust me, I'm one of those dudes that I'm a student of this stuff, man. Definitely a student of this stuff, man. And one of the things I want to be able to do is not only be able to speak on, you know, on YouTube and stuff like that, but I want to be able to give a message to, you know, my kids. And I already do. I already do what I do. But they're getting older. You know, I have my oldest daughter is 27. My youngest daughter, she's getting ready to graduate this her last year in college. And they're getting ready to, you know, have families and all these different things. And I want to be able to have some type of wisdom to be able to spread to them, not just from my own anecdotic, you know, way, but I want to be able to, you know, express the way a lot of the brothers that I see and I've been seeing and observing be able to do it with their kids. So that's why I'm like, damn, most of the people that I know, they're married, they have children, they love being in the life that they live. You know, I'm glad that I magnetized that, because there was a time in my life where I didn't, you know, time in my
Right.
life where, I mean, I wasn't the most ratchet dude in the world. I ain't gonna never say that. I wasn't no street guy, nothing like that. But it was some people in my circle, man, where I was just like, I need to do better in my life. I've dated women where I was just like, I was on some bullshit. You ever did that? You dated somebody and you look back at it, you be like, yeah, I didn't have my life together.
We've been on.
Your woman is your mate is a reflection of what you think you deserve.
Absolutely. And that's why even like we were saying earlier, your circle is. I'm starting. I mean, sometimes you got some people that just they're not living their life right, but they're coming to get some answers, right? We
Right.
got to be able to decipher that by wisdom and all these other things. I'm at a point where I'm like, man, I'm not as angry as I used to be. I'm not quick to cuss nobody out no more, you know. And that's all of it came from, you know, not just talking with people that have sense, but getting therapy, getting some type of fucking therapy. I don't have the most, you know, severe cases. I think for the most part, my life has been pretty well. You know, I've been pretty happy and content, and you know, when I went through some bullshit, I mustered myself out of it. You know, that's just what it was. But I thank you guys, man. Black man, I thank you, bro. Like I
Absolutely,
said,
brother. Number love for
7
you.
years, man. It took me 7 years to find a group of men that not only think in the alignment that I think in, but they think of things that I haven't thought of. And they
Right.
make me think. You guys challenge me to think it and to live better.
Number 7 is a number of completion, my brother. Listen, I want to say this real quick before again too, because I didn't want to leave out Black David. He's a very intricate part of this show,
My brother.
as well as newly Alexis from Texas coming in and spending her time helping out Black David and learning the system and learning how to make everything tick. So I want to show some appreciation for Black David and Alexis from Texas as well, man. We can't, and sometimes it can't go on without it, right? You could do
Right.
it. You could do it by yourself, but more hands make light work, as my grandfather always said.
Hell yeah.
So thank you guys for being a team. Thank you so much, Uncle Jeff. again, man, because I stole one of your jokes too. One of your jokes is when you said, "What's the only way to get a black woman to jump off a plane? Let a black man tell her to do it."
Yeah,
let a black man tell her she can't do it. Yeah. There you go.
yeah. I was about to say you just beat the shit
Butchered
out of
it.
my joke.
Yeah. But I appreciate you, brother, man, and hopefully you'll come back, man. I'll definitely be sending you all the links to the shows, man, and
Sure,
it'd be great.
Sure, absolutely.
Come on, Jeff.
I had this. I think is. I mean, I guess I'm looking at this a little different right now than most of us here, or most of y'all here. Y'all stop me if you've heard. Stop me if you've heard this. If I keep going, if you haven't heard it, I'm just gonna. It's just very relevant right now. You know how when you watch the sci-fi movies, there's always this scene when the shit hits the fan, where the main characters have to go. And I mean every one of them. Guardians of the Galaxy, Star Wars, all of them. They have to go before the Council of Elders. Well, fellas, the horrible news is that council is you. You are the elders in the future. We are it in 2043.
Yeah.
We are the elders. And some funky shit is coming, brothers. And a lot of what we're discussing here is going to eat itself. Fools are going to eat themselves. You are about to see when this government fully does away with what is left of the middle class. You are going to see feminism go the way of the fucking beeper. Because in a wartime situation, there is no such thing as feminists. No such thing. All this black woman snippyism, bruh, the next catastrophe, whatever it is, collapse of the dollar, whatever, is going to take care of this right here. Because it won't be a question as to whether you need a man. If you don't have a man, you're going to die. If you don't have a network of men that are working together and have come to the conclusion that you are worthy of their protection, sister, they're not going to put their lives on the line for you, and nor should they. You get to pick who you are in that book you pretend you read on Sunday. You get to be Jezebel, Delilah, Lot's wife, or Sarah. Who will you be? Where does your integrity lie, sister? You want to keep not letting that man see that baby just because you mad at him and you need him to hate me, that baby, to hate that man like you do? You know who I'm talking to. Are you letting her get away with that, sis? You know that baby needs to see his daddy. You call her your friend? Then tell her the truth, or the Creator will have the same wrath for the both of you. And personally, if you are doing this, sister, may flesh-eating gnats infest your fucking weed for this. If the father is the representation of God in the life of the child, and you are standing between God and that child, then who do you represent? Real talk. The real shit is coming. Ladies, you best get your shit together. Brothers, you best be the men that these women need, because the rest, it's gone.
Thank you so much, Jeff, for coming out, sir. We really do appreciate you.
Thank you, man.
For coming
Appreciate
out.
you back.
My pleasure. My pleasure. To wrap everything up and give you my final thought, you would think that we would have learned from the last pandemic. You know what I'm saying? How fragile our situation really is, from people losing their jobs overnight. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of time before they figure out, we can get what we can get done out of this particular situation. So we already know how they're going to act. My thing is this: I think that everybody should humble themselves and learn to work together now before it's too late, because the time to prepare is now, and you don't want to wait until you have to act, because you're not going to be prepared. You're not going to have time to think, and that's the wrong time to prepare. But my thing is this, ladies, I think you probably owe the fellas an apology. I think you do. I really do. I think you should probably start revering your man and getting behind them and respecting them and see what can happen. We already saw what happens when women talk bad about men. That doesn't move the needle at all. Let's try something different. Let's see what happens when you support your man. Let's see what happens when you respect your man. Let's see what happens when you build with your man. I've seen that work before. That was a long time ago, and we were doing pretty good. So I think we probably need to get back to the basics. Ladies and gentlemen, you can find me on Lost in Translation podcast on Friday nights at 8 o'clock. You can also find me here on Friday nights at the Barbershop here on Black Man Unfiltered Network. You can also find me here on Tuesday on Talk That Talk Tuesday. You can also find me on Sunday nights at Sir Hell Speaks, Super Sunday, and also on Humble Dash on Monday at 9 o'clock. Ladies and gentlemen, it's truly been a pleasure speaking with you today. I want to thank you for coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you hit the like button, share, and subscribe. Black David, take us out.